Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Feel Good Friday night. It's going to be a good one tonight as we get into WWE Smackdown, the second last Smackdown before WrestleMania. We're 1 week away, folks. It's going to be a big one. Next week on Friday will be a mega stream, but we got so much to talk about. We got so much to get into here at the Wrestling for Life Network, the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there. We are ready to go. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Stacked card. We'll see what happens. The build continues. The road to WrestleMania is almost at the end. But, ladies and gentlemen, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are ready to go on this Friday night. I hope everyone out there is having a happy, healthy, and safe weekend. It's Easter for some of us out there, so happy Easter to all. And hopefully the Easter Bunny is good to everybody. It's always good to me. I like Easter. Easter's a good one. But, folks, we're going to get into all the action. We're going to talk about all the wrestling rumors, stories, and news here all night long. Me and that pretty face have you for 3+ hours tonight. We'll also have Rampage on tap. It's going to be a fun one, folks, but I will take a second to remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nate.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we are hippity hopping down the road to WrestleMania right now here on this good Friday.
Well, yes, let's go, and we'll see if there's any more Easter eggs for anyone out there, because the conspiracy theorists are out live and in full effect. Of that was a well-lit truck. They lit that truck up pretty good, didn't they? That seemed on purpose. So lots to unfold here. But yeah, will we get anything from the tribal chief, Cody, The Rock? I'm sure they're going to talk about it. Coming off a crazy Monday night, a very, very critically acclaimed Monday Night Raw. I'm looking forward to tonight. Lots of big matches. Jade's going to be in the building.
I was going to say a storm is rolling in. A storm front is impending here with Jade Cargill showing up here on her official debut as a SmackDown superstar.
Dun, dun, dun. So we'll see what happens here. Bianca Belair is going to take on Dakota Kai. Wonder if that ties into Jade at all. Will we get some type of multi-lady match? We're still looking for a couple matches to be added. We'll see what happens.
Right. Well, there's allegedly, supposedly, a couple matches that are going to be announced tonight. I've heard through the winds of the storm coming in here. Allegedly, we're going to get Jade, Naomi, and Bianca versus essentially the rest of Damage Control in a 6-woman tag match. I've seen people also say, well, why don't they split it up, have a singles match, and have the tag titles on the line as well? Could happen. I think it's a good way to protect Jade if you do it in a 6-woman or at least a tag. Allegedly, we're also going to get Dom versus Ronald Mysterious. I think that's set up, obviously, after last week of we had Ray show up, or Dom show up in Ray's mask.
Master's hair, man. I'm telling you, Master's hair.
With Ray now actually putting out pictures with him without the mask and everything, could that be heading towards that? Or could it be towards he's on very much even the back nine? He's on the ninth back ninth.
Yeah, he might be playing another round at this point. So, yeah, definitely an intriguing story. We did not expect Dom to come out of nowhere. Dom's not really slated for anything. And I mean, the other members of Judgment Day, of course, the tag team champions will be busy. Plus, there's a lot of rumors and speculation. Could Damian cash in at Mania? Could Finn cash in at Mania? That would be better, yeah. So it's been a fun time. What I love right now with WWE, with the product, with everything we're watching, is there's so many possibilities. Even with the other storylines, what's going to happen with Seth, Jay, Jimmy? Solo's not doing much. Like, There's so much there's layers, Nick. Layers.
There's layers, like onions, like ogres. There's layers.
Layers.
But also one last match that is alleged that we're going to get announced tonight is Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross in a no holds barred match because padding out, because that's when the urinals will be occupado.
Well, I mean, that storyline needs some love. We haven't really got into that too much.
Right. But back to what you were saying with everything has layers. Is there a predictable match on the WrestleMania card? And that's surprising to try and even have to question, because normally you would still feel like you'd have at least a few that feel pretty heavily one side. I think maybe the only one that you would say is probably heavily one side is Rhea Becky. But even then, you never know.
Then that was going to be my one outlier. I think a lot of people are expecting Rhea to retain, but you don't know. This could be, I mean, we're going into kind of a reset. We hit WrestleMania, then we kind of reset, what's going on. This could be the demise of Judgment Day. Like, a lot of things could happen over WrestleMania that completely alter Judgment Day and how we know them now.
We could alter the state of the WWE coming out of WrestleMania 40. Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
But people have said with Rhea's gotten boring as a champion. She hasn't really had any good challengers, anything like that. Just hear me out. I'm just making a case of, well, then what if Becky wins? What if now Rhea's got to go back on the back foot and has to chase, and you see the true mommy unleashed and everything?
Yeah. I mean, potentially. I've joked around about could Dom turn on Rhea, finally be tired of his mommy, need a new mommy.
No, yeah, you're just greedy out there for mommies. You like mommies and mommy bodies.
Good old mommy bodies. Nothing wrong with a mommy body. But I mean, I see the chat filling up, folks. Let us know what you think. Let us know what's on your mind. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be a part of the show. We're going to be here all night long. It's going to be a fun one. We're also getting Randy Orton KO taking on Pretty Deadly. I mean, this one's intriguing. Again, another one with layers. Right now, KO and Randy are getting along pretty well, but they are going to be competitors at WrestleMania, and I assume their friendliness is going to somewhat come to an end tonight.
Well, that's the only compelling part to this, to be honest, is respectfully to Pretty Deadly. They're a good tag team. The only thing we're paying attention to in this is how will Randy Orton and Kevin Owens exist? Two hothead personalities, and either one could go heel at the drop of a hat here. So it's really more down to how will they coexist.
Yeah, 100%. How will they coexist? Will Logan Paul be a factor? Will Logan Paul be present? Very intriguing as far as that goes. And we'll see. We'll see what else they have up their sleeve, what other tricks they have going on. But a jam-packed night. And again, lots of going on. I see some things in the chat I would kind of want to talk about. So I'm just going to say hello to some of the people.
No, you're good. I was going to say, we can talk to the people before we get into any more hot and heavy subjects here.
There you go. We got time to kill. We're still in the pre-show. On my TV right now, I'm getting a recap of the last week in wrestling, so it's kind of cool.
I got Logan on TMZ, so you're winning.
Why wouldn't
it? I don't know. I don't care.
Reminder to go check out the Discord. Do not forget that. See Money, good to see you. Looking forward to SmackDown. Following that awesome Raw, it's cooking. And I think a lot of people are excited for SmackDown tonight. Like, coming off the heels of that Raw, like, I think you and I both agree, very well done show.
Oh, absolutely. Raw was one of the best it's done in years. Now, I wonder if this is, I don't want to say subdued, but I'm saying I don't think we'll get a ton of Bloodline stuff. We may go more focus on the women's stories and the other stories going into WrestleMania, and we save that to bookend on the go home show on SmackDown. Now, granted, I could be completely fucking wrong, and I'd be fine with it.
OMG, I almost forgot Jade Cargill's first appearance on SmackDown. Dizzy tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We'll see what Jade has. I mean, what role does she play? Will she be involved in WrestleMania? What are we going to do? How are we going to make this work? So very curious.
Allegedly, her face is already up on some of the banners on the light posts and everything that they're putting around the arena. So she's at least getting pushed, involved with WrestleMania, I feel.
As she should, I think.
Right.
I've come to the conclusion as a Cody crybaby that we're still in Roman's story. This is a 10-year struggle for Roman to become this, says Juan. Good to see ya. Still highly debated, where you talked about the unpredictability of WrestleMania this year. the main events. I mean, some people think that, Seth and Cody are going to lose night one, or some think they're going to win. Then that still plays out of what's going to happen on night two. Will Cody finally finish the story? Will Roman keep writing a historic story? Who knows?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think the only halfway predictable world title story is Seth versus Drew. But yeah, I've said all along Roman's retaining, Roman's winning. Now,
I'm not convinced.
If Cody wins, I won't be mad at it, but I think Roman walks out, goes into WrestleMania as champion, and walks out of WrestleMania.
I was with you. The closer and closer we get, I'm just leaning Cody, especially with a lot of the things that are transpiring. I'm like, this just feels like
that's what they want you to do. They got to make you tug on the heartstrings. They got to make you feel for Mama Rose.
Right, Mama Rose. What is going to happen? What's going to happen? Damien, good to see you. Looking forward to Randy Orton against Pretty Deadly. What's up, TW Factor Studios? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here is my wife. Here's my wife. Hello, wife.
Do you like my wife? My wife.
Happy Good Friday, everyone. Ronnie, thank you for the like. Happy Good Friday to you as well. But Rocco's with us. I think we will see a stare down / fight between The Rock and Austin at Mania. Everybody wants this Rock Austin confrontation, or Cena and The Rock. Everyone that ever rubbed elbows with The Rock come out and just, this is the
every big baby face of all time. Like I said, this has become Infinity War Endgame. I'm crossing streams like a Ghostbuster should never do. It's one of those of, I don't want Austin to show up for one match for one night and that's it. I don't want John. I feel like if Cody needs help to finish the story, it invalidates the story, because that's been the whole thing, is it's Cody Rhodes' story and I'm going to do what Dusty couldn't do. And he got screwed out of it and everything. So now you need a helping hand to basically win it for you.
Well, nobody said that. I think if he had some backup to help the user.
He's got backup. Seth and Jay.
Well, they're busy.
Right hand and left hand.
They're busy.
Go all pops from Friday. In the streets, we used to have these.
Do they not have something to do? I think they're busy. But
still, like I said, you got these.
But we'll see. I mean, again, Roman usually wins with assistance. So can somebody cut off that assistance? Can somebody take out Solo or The Rock or Jimmy before the ultimate? We've seen this before. Fight. One of the family members help, and we move on with the
yeah. Well, that's what the tag match is going to either lean into or really kind of cut the head off. I feel
the Bloodline has to win night one, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't make sense.
Could they lose, and then you get a Jacob Fatu, a Lance Anawahi that shows up, and they're not Bloodline. They're newly signed.
I don't know if that's the right moment, but I mean, again, I just think they have to lose that first one to open all the doors. You got to bury Cody. Yeah, you got to make him look desperate, down and out. Fuck, even let him take the pin. I don't care.
Well, shit. Well, like I said, I've seen people that have done the edits and everything to where it's literally that scene in Infinity War to where it's just Cap and he's strapping on even more with the shield and everything like that. And he's ready to take on Thanos. And then you've got, Mama Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes showing up in this portal. Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena showing up over here. You've got the ghost of Dusty Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes showing up over here.
Right. Good to see a big dog. Eric Tate's in the house. Eric Davidson's in the house. What's up? Let's go. Did you see the beef? Eric, listen, I'm enjoying this beef. These two make me laugh a lot because they're both ridiculous. Eric's not a stupid man, and Tony Khan might be.
Valid.
Listen, Eric Bischoff is launching a whole bunch of new shit and rebranding and changing a whole bunch of things. So what should you do? Go pick a fight with Tony Khan, because Tony Khan can't walk away. So if you want to get
but he didn't even pick the fight.
Yeah, I know. Tony started it. That's the best part.
Right. Everyone's like, stop picking at him. He started it.
The man just can't just do you, boo-boo. Be quiet.
He was doing so well on Twitter, too.
It's funny, we get like
out there like 0 days without a Tony Khan Twitter meltdown.
Yeah, fucking reset the clock. Here we go again.
Right.
No, I mean, again, I think Eric Bischoff loves toying with Tony, and there's nothing that Tony really can say to Eric that's going to phase Eric. Oh, your company went under, didn't it? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'm okay, though. Like, there's no bullets. There's no bullets.
Yeah, that's really the fucking weirdest part about it. I mean, and I know that there's some people that just don't want old wrestling personalities to have podcast platforms because, heaven forbid, they get, an audience because they might be actually saying factual things. But that's neither here nor there. We don't argue facts. But yeah, it's what do you say there? Eric? Oh, your company went under. Cool. Well, I got a new one. Well, I'm doing pretty fucking well as it is, it seems, and I'm not having to worry about all of this stress. And meanwhile, there's a lot of open wounds on AEW.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of sore, like easy pressure points, just to like keep poking those bruises, and man, those are ruffled feathers, and it blatantly like there's no hiding it. It's so obvious that you're hitting a nerve. You're hitting a nerve. You're hitting a nerve, and he's just like
you're fair skinned and of Eastern European, fucking descent like I am and everything. So you don't always do so well in the sun, much like I. It's like you have a giant sunburn on AEW, and Eric just keeps just poking just any spot. It's like, ow, stop it, ow, stop it.
And at a time where Dynamite or AEW on paper analytically is shitting the bed, like that's the last time I'm gonna go pick a fight about how great my shit is.
But they don't. That's the thing, is there's a group within that. It might be Tony Khan, or at least he's putting on a brave front that doesn't see that's everything is sunshines, lollipops, and rainbows. When it's 3,000 seats, like we were talking before we went live here, of there's a house show for the road to WrestleMania from WWE down the corner from me, the next town over here, tomorrow night, that already has outsold the last Dynamite taping that we had. I know, granted, you said, Quebec City's not a hotbed for wrestling and everything.
Quebec loves wrestling.
It could at least be better than a house show.
Well, Quebec loves wrestling at the end of the day. I don't think if I did imply that it's not a hotbed, but Montreal, a very long history of wrestling fans there, a very rich wrestling history. Toronto, Montreal, two places that wrestling has always been well received. And they went into the big building that one day hopes to house the Nordiques again. It's not good. It's not a good visual. It's not a good look. And again, you're picking on a guy. You're not picking on a guy, but you picked a fight with a guy that he has so much opportunity to just light you up. It's such a bad choice.
Well, it's just Tony Khan seems like AEW halfway. I don't want to keep just picking at Tony Khan, but he's the figurehead of it. Sets themselves up to look this way and everything, like to where you're doing 3,000, 4,000 seats for a venue. So why are you booking almost an 18, 20,000 seat venue? Book a 5,000 seat venue. So when you sell 4,000, place seems fucking packed out, and is loud and is huge and is impressive. It's like the guy that, gets on the bench and instantly wants to throw on, 345 plates on each side, even though knowing he can barely get it off the rack, let alone actually do a set with it. It's like, why are you setting yourself up to look like a chump when you could easily just do something that's much more in your range and look impressive that way?
Yeah, no, completely. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, here's another example. TK announces Powerhouse Hobbs versus Will Ospreay Wednesday on Dynamite. Just got announced. I guess so now Ospreay has fought every member of the faction that he's a part of. And again, these are not marquee matchups. Like, people are not going to go out of their way to tune in for Hobbs Ospreay. You got to get Ospreay involved in something that matters.
But why are none of these matches tied to Bryan Danielson, what you're supposed to be targeting to? And I feel like now Tony's using Ospreay as a guy to try and get other guys back over and everything, because he's realized Ospreay was his one good return on investment, is the one good thing that's still going on his show. So now he's using it to get Shibata over. He's using it to get Hobbs back over.
Are we not a little bit worried that he's going to do to Ospreay what happened to Kenny, what happened to MJF, where they are overused to the point where they're on the shelf more than they're not on the shelf?
That or that where they're the Chris Jericho-ish, and I'm not saying that they're anywhere near that same caliber, but they're on TV enough that you get sick of seeing them on TV.
Fair enough. No, I agree with that. What's up, Christian? How you doing? C Money, just answering Damien. Yeah, exactly what I said. C Money, I think that's spot on, right? Like you're getting murdered, and again, you shouldn't be running your mouth. Just say less. We've been saying it.
When you just got your ass whooped, you don't really want to be the one to spark up and say, "I'll beat your ass."
That's when you watch one of your boys get popped, and then they pop up like, have you had enough? You're like, wait, I think that's my line.
Right. That's my line. That's my line.
What's up, Matthew? How you doing? Dale's in the house. Good to see you. Juan's back with us. Nick, MJF is on his way to WrestleMania. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. Let's go. I want it to happen so bad. It's not happening.
I'm going to die if it happens. Well, he's had the meetings and everything with people after big business, which I don't know.
And mixed reports about that. Like, was he meeting with Tony and some of the creative? Was he meeting with like Tony and lawyers to be like, so how much do you want to get paid? Like, if this is up in the air and they're still negotiating a new contract, woo-wee, hold on tight.
See, and I started to think that Tony could have been pulling off, it's really mixed up in the air and everything like that. And we're going to really try and add some reality to these stories and everything. Until you hear everything with Jungle Boy, which unless that's, playing into everything, then boy, howdy did what did Tony Khan fucking figure out? But where Jungle Boy's out there saying, I want no part of AEW. I'm tired of getting blamed for everything. Me tearing up my contract was symbolic, everything like that. Boy, them pillars crumbled quick.
That's what I keep saying about this company. And you and I have been doing these streams for so long that like we just sit there and we're like, no, they're playing with us. No, this is bullshit. No, that can't.
You can't be that dumb. You can't fucking that much. Holy shit, they did.
Right? Like, oh fuck, that really, Cody is gone. Holy shit. I remember right up until that fucking music hit, at WrestleMania 2 years ago. I'm like, not happening. They're not letting Cody go. Wrestling has more than one. Oh my God, they did it. Like, what Christian, good to see you. We'll get back to that. Eric, I almost called you AJ and Aaron all in the same breath. Eric, how are you doing? Jerry. What's up, gamer? How you doing? Bailey and Io predictable? No. Why is that predictable? Who are you predicting?
Bailey's in that realm of, I would say that's kind of predictable-ish.
Oh, you think Bailey's predictable? Like Bailey's definitely winning?
Yeah.
No, I got Io.
Oh, really?
I love you.
Have that.
Let her keep the belt. Fuck off. Let's go.
Feel good. Hey, Bailey. Ooh. I want to know.
Hey, I want Io to take the dub. Let's go. No. So maybe not as easy as a slam dunk, but you never know. I could be wrong. But I will take a moment to remind everybody we are back on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We will have our WrestleMania predictions and preview, including stand and deliver. So be here Sunday night. Will be a fun one. Myself, the Chapeau, and Big Nick will be running through everything on the card to that point.
I know we got like 27 other names that we need to get through, so I'll save talking about what's going to happen in the main event and stand and deliver till later.
Right. Christian here. I'm assuming the priest cashes in the Money in the Bank. All right. So we'll talk about this real quick. I know we got a bunch of, actually, I'll do this. I'm going to work my way back up to you, Christian. Good to see you, Wesley. Eddie's in the house. Bischoff for Tony Khan. Mania 40. Loser loses the Twitter account. I'm down. Maybe, at Dynasty if they have to do it there. Smile Mark, Symphony Thomas, good to see you. Matt Skeezy, how you doing? It makes sense for Cody to have help from people that love Dusty, who helped train them. WWE is ultimately a Dusty tribute. Interesting.
Yeah, when I think Dusty Rhodes, I think John Cena. When I think Dusty Rhodes, I think Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, you had me in the first half.
Yeah.
But you lost in the second one. Like, nah.
Fair enough. I don't dispute that. I mean, two different thoughts. It kind of stretches a little.
I hear you. I hear you, my guy. And I just say, nah.
Roddy, good to see you. Safid, welcome back. Welcome back. Scott Rizzo in the house. Go get a t-shirt like Scott did. Look sharp in your avatar. Sup, Daniel? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Brother Fluff Salisbury is back with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bret Hart Symphony. I don't know what that's referring to. First name John. How are you? Mark's back with us. Who else do we got? We got a bunch. We got a bunch.
Well, I will take this time then to remind everybody that we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships as well, as we're about 4 minutes away from the show kicking off here. So if you want to make sure that you get your comment read, if you want to make sure you get your voice heard, you want to be the voice of the voiceless, if you want to help just support the channel or anything like that, we do have those options. And again, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that bell notification, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. I know it's, we say it all the time and it costs you really nothing, everything, but it does nothing but help us continue to grow and continue to just keep getting bigger and bigger and reach a wider audience, spread the good gospel of wrestling out there.
Absolutely, absolutely, folks. So welcome. Cool Gamers also with us. Now I wanted to go back up to that long one. Let's see.
Which long one?
Yeah, good question. Oh, Anthony's with us. How are you doing? Nick and I agree that Roman Reigns is retaining. It's rare that Nick and I agree. Facts.
I feel like it's rare anyone agrees with it.
Someone is the common denominator.
I'm the drama.
Sonny, how you doing? Welcome back. AJ Style alludes to getting a new entrance theme song at WrestleMania XL. Up, down, down. Interesting.
Yes. Did you not hear this? Have you not seen this?
I did not catch that, no.
So, well, I saw it come across my Twitter feed and everything. So AJ has said that his current theme does not fit his current persona, personality, what have you.
I agree.
Exactly. So he's alluding to new music at WrestleMania 40 and that we'll all be surprised. And everybody instantly went to, oh, he's going to do the Lone Wolf song, from TNA, which I don't think fits either.
Well, I mean, I never liked this particular song. You don't want none. Never thought it was good.
I would have liked it if they didn't start it off with just staring at Roman's face when he came out.
Yeah, I guess so. But we'll see. I mean, we know Mania brings in some, we'll get some special entrances. We'll get some big things. And I'm hoping whatever they do is good.
Yeah, well, you don't have any early opinions, any front runners on that track of what's going to be AJ's new theme? You don't think he goes for the Lone Wolf?
Well, I know they won't. I'd be surprised if they went completely backwards into I think they'll maybe try and do a spin on it, a twist on it, something like that. But I don't think they're going to go all the way back.
Fair enough. There, you found your long one.
Yeah, I found the long one, but I think my show's about to start. Assuming Priest cash in on Money in the Bank and then wins the World Heavyweight Championship, Finn will get jealous and Priest. I heard a theory today. Priest comes out, cashes in, gets the pin. Gets up from the pin, he's celebrating. Finn drills him with a green suitcase, which we haven't seen in a long while. And then Finn pins Damian, and Finn leaves WrestleMania as the new champion because he had the right contract the whole time.
First off, no. Just no. That's just like, how can we make something that's not convoluted and then even more convoluted?
I like it. I think it's twisty more than convoluted, but I got Zen on my screen right now, Nick.
I do not.
I
have TJ Hook becoming a member for 9 months.
There you go.
Saying no regrets or no
regrets. What's up, Eric? How you doing, folks? Get in that chat. Say hello. Be a part of it. Just waiting for Nick to link up with me as I got Zen on my screen now. If anyone else out there wants to pause their stuff. But we are ready to get rolling here in a second.
I'll try and get there. God love YouTube TV.
Boston, I agree. That's my beef with it, is that you negate the reason for having the match, but it's wrestling. And if wrestling ever tried to do something stupid, they could do
I
it.
have Together. Sorry. I had to refresh
What?
everything. So I have Together. So let me know when you get Together.
I got passed together now.
Well, God
I
damn
am
it.
8 days away from Philadelphia. Let's go.
I just got that pulling up. So I guess we're as close as we're going to get. We'll sort it in the wash here.
There we go. There we go.
I'm going on the highway. But I like James out here saying Nick is hyped for Rampage. No. Sup, guys? Sup, James? Easy Bake, what up? Bear, I agree with Nick. I'm not from Maine. Fuck you, Bear, and fuck you, Maine. Big Dog agreeing with me about Roman. There was one from Boston? Oh, I agree with you sometimes, Nick. You're just one of the voices in my head.
It's not 100%. Don't want to give you.
I have a 98% failure rate.
I think it's you disagreeing more than people disagreeing with you. As we start off with the replay from Monday night. And if you guys haven't seen, The Rock went on Twitter again and started messing with people and shooting his mouth off. And I don't give a shit about this. And you don't tell me.
Because they showed the whole extended footage as we've got Solo. Oh, so Solo, Jimmy, and Paul. But I like the theory that you brought up, as I was going to mention how they had the whole thing of, telling The Rock cut, and he's like, fuck your script.
Yeah.
And still lays in 2 more shots into Cody and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
Bianca Belair.
Is it interesting that it's just the bloodline now? That now you just have the henchmen that you might get, you've thrown out the theory, or you pulled it from the chat there, that Dwayne might just be another henchman. He's another member of the NWO to Hollywood Roman Reigns.
Well, and I mean, I thought it was a nice take because it's obvious, right? The Rock cast such a big shadow, and The Rock's been so much of this build and storyline of like, well, wait a minute, Roman's just treating him like any other henchman. I thought it was a nice take on it.
Right.
So we're opening with the tag team matches. Randy Orton coming to the ring.
Big Dog, Nick, KJ, have you ever thought about having a reality show? Well, so you mean scripted? So no. Or a podcast of you two arguing, talk about comical, talk about Let's Rumble podcast.
Yeah, and I think we do.
Been there, done that.
Might be a little redundant, but yeah, no, we generally don't need a reason to argue. We'll find a reason.
Nice. Yeah, we don't need a reason. The reasons find us.
I believe before Mania is over, The Rock is going to get Stone Cold Stunner. A lot of people talking about this.
Could it be by Kevin Owens?
That'd be surprising.
Surprising or deflating? I guess by the tone that you said that, it's more deflating.
I don't know if it would be deflating. It would be like, huh? How did we get here? Like, well, he used to hate him.
Right.
Still does. Triple threat match at Mania. Logan Paul. Even this one's not an easy one to predict.
No, that's what I was saying of. Normally, you could almost collectively predict a night, I feel. Like pretty solid. Mm-hmm. This, dealer's choice.
For sure. Logan could retain. Logan's been doing great things. KO could take it. Randy could take it. He's an OG, a vet, and could use some gold.
Right.
I mean, again, a nice little let's figure this out.
Well, and Steven, has Logan gotten the U.S. title enough he's still featured, he's still got his podcast, everything. Do you give it to Randy and then Randy can't really move up for a little bit? You can't get Randy versus a Roman. You can't get Randy versus a Cody. You can't get any Randy versus a Drew, Randy versus a CM Punk, any of that, because he's U.S. title. Same thing with KO.
Fair enough. I mean, again, that's why Logan could legitimately win this, and It wouldn't be an issue. It would work.
I think a great name to counteract Cody Crybabies would be Reigns. No. Keep your kings to yourself, Boston. Mohegan Sun in Uncashville, Connecticut. I live in New England and still at times struggle to pronounce the names that are in New England.
Right. Just keep fighting. Here comes Kevin Owens.
KJ's doppelganger, Kevin Owens, coming out right now. You got to have that as your name on one stream at some point here. It's just the multiverse Kevin Owens.
Right.
MDB, what up? The champ is here. Grab the knee pads, baby. Whoa.
Get those.
You're going to be having to defend that title like 3 times in one night, I feel. So.
You're going to be busy.
Right.
Make up for this long, extended reign.
Man's out here thinking he's out here Roman Reigns with the knee pads. Acknowledge the knee pads. Acknowledge the knee pad, please. Nah. You about to be put to work. You won't get this work.
Right. Here come the Yes Boys. Let's see. I'm not reading that. You've never heard of the term bootlicker? No, we've heard it.
No, it's not. We haven't.
Yeah, I didn't. Who said it was sexual?
Oh,
I didn't.
Because keep your kicks to yourself.
That's him.
Yeah, blame me. See, we don't agree.
Got Kevin Owens, Randy. So, folks, we will take a prediction on this match. Who are you taking? Pretty Deadly or Randy Orton and KO?
Yeah. Am I wrong in starting to think that Pretty Deadly is becoming or has become directionless?
I just think they're, mid-card, floaty team right now. There's not much going on with them, but again, it's just establishing them as, that kind of lower to mid-card team to come in and out. I don't know. I don't think they have a direction, but I think they're okay.
Fair. Yeah. Like I said, I think this is the only way that this isn't, to me, Randy and KO is you have them implode, which I think Pretty Deadly's douchebags. Logan Paul is a douchebag. Logan Paul will get involved, and you'll go back to that moment to where KO and Randy will get the win, but then they'll have that moment to where they'll tease like one is almost going to RKO the other or something.
Right. As Randy Orton gets the tag in from KO. But, I almost wish, I kind of hope they just get the win and maybe then step on each other's toes a little bit.
Right. RKO for the win. Team RKO. Yeah, it plays in too well with KO being there.
If it fits, it fits.
Mm-hmm.
RKO for the win. Interesting. I hope Cody's sister, Lana Rhodes, helps Cody at Mania.
No Mama Rhodes?
We tried to get the tag in the far corner.
I would just want to pull this up because I had this reaction the first time in a long time before we went live. But yeah. Also, KJ without glasses, what?
It's a thing.
Shorter beard too.
I lost some beard and lost some specs. Look at shit happens, eh?
Right. He's fucking Clark Kent out here and just upshowed Superman.
Just got to look sharp for Easter weekend. What can I say?
Hippity hoppity.
Right. I forget that people for the times that I didn't do it. So funny.
Well, you did it for a hot minute. Mm-hmm. Trust me, I thought you were one of us. Scooble gobble. Got to wear the glasses. Nah.
Oh, I still am. It's just it's a hidden.
You got to poke yourself in the eye.
Right.
You got to give yourself the drink.
Just heading home from work. I hope I don't miss Jade Cargill. She's the only reason I'm watching tonight. Tyvon. There's more than that, but we're looking forward to it. I'm really curious to see what she does, what she looks like, and how it all plays out.
I was gonna say, what are we? Chopped liver?
Right.
KJ, how many fingers am I holding up?
One.
Never fear, Larry is here.
Yeah, I like this one. I'm in the Stefan.
You're Stefan. He becomes Stefan.
Well played, MDB.
Is MDB the longest reigning prediction champion with no defense? He might be. I feel that's up to y'all to be the statisticians on this. We just decide. We're not the full commission. You be the cage match for all of this shit. But yes, we just decide who wins. Y'all give the ratings. But yeah, it might be the case.
Definitely close to. We've had a couple long stretches. This is one of the longest ones. March was an interesting month for everything that's going on in April. March didn't have a whole lot. We had Revolution at the beginning of the month, and then a whole bunch of
stupid, lousy, smart champion.
It was a weird month, so we're about getting ready for this like recoil and this snapback.
Right. Well, yeet. Wait, what? Fail, KJ. No. 4 for the horse.
Big dog, you fail. It's definitely we're all right.
Acknowledge the knee pads. I can't see Pretty Deadly winning this. Facts. No. As we're in commercial break right now.
David Otunga is a major draw. Where did that come from?
In what? Settlement hearings in divorce court?
Right.
Is that where he's a major draw?
Nowhere.
The fact that you even started to know David Otunga's song kind of scared me a little bit. Of like, I don't know that. Why do you know that?
Casey going with RKO. Good to see you, Casey. Hope you're well. If Pretty Deadly wins this match, I will flush my vitamins down the toilet. That's a terrible reason.
Sharing is caring. Why let good vitamins go to waste?
Yeah, like, would you not go the other way? And if they win, hit more just to make sure everything's...
Yeah, you just got to balance it out.
Pretty Deadly wins. Otunga can't even get over with his ex. Facts. What member Pretty Deadly will get on RKO tonight? Maybe both.
Yeah, probably both. I'm going to guess both. As we're back in action as... I remember Elton Prince. I can't remember... Kit something or other.
Saving?
I just call him Hans. It's always we go back to like the Hans and Franz and everything.
Right, Hans and Franz is where I'd go with it.
Tagging a KO. As again, they have the older over the corner shot and everything. So again, WWE production has just given us a rather than camera cuts, we've gotten different camera angles, which seems to be Kit Wilson, thank you. But yes, that seems to be the better option. And like the long continuous shots, like where they came right from behind Punk through Gorilla.
KO going up to the top.
Alex T's and P's and on I don't want to click on it just for respect to the family, but yeah. As we go into Larry saying I'm eating now, pause. You know what? It's been a while since I played 2K. When my next check comes, I'm buying it. Thank you for that announcement.
Randy Orton clearing off the table. Get in trouble.
Elton Prince making the save. Oh.
Logan. Mr. Primetime with the right hand. Brass knuckles. No way.
No. Well, hey, I did say, birds of a douche flock together.
Deadly gets the win. I'm okay with it.
I forgot Kevin Owens was the legal man. I thought Randy Orton was. So I'm like, well, Craig, like, you just knocked out the non-legal man, you fucking tard.
Logan freaking Paul. Uh-oh. Somebody's vitamins going in the toilet.
No, I'll take them.
He was
just
under the ring.
Out under the ring. So he was just camped out the whole time under the ring, and Logan Paul just starches him out with the brass knucks. Hey, Logan, tell your brother that's what that's going to feel like when Mike hits him.
It's going to feel worse.
Oh, Mike's in like scary mode. Like he's in that like I'm a you too, you love me mode.
I like the training videos. It was like now Mike, day 4, and Mike's just like beating the shit out of his trainer, popping him in the lip, making him bleed. And he's just, holy shit. Then they're like, let's go to Jake. And Jake's just like, got his arm around a girl, taking a selfie, skipping a little.
Yeah, but there's been discussion with all of that of like, let's see Mike where it's not just 30 seconds.
Sorry, Nick.
You're good. You're good.
Uh-oh.
I hear voices in my hand.
As we get RKO chants. Logan was dressed like Kim Possible.
Oh, so he's pulling. Call me, reach me if you want to be Kim Possible.
Orton's got Logan.
So Randy Orton right now just destroying Logan Paul here. So, ooh.
KO gonna come off the top? No way.
Bullfrog splash. Oh, we're either gonna get RKO through the table, or we're gonna get him still splat on the table, and then we get a bullfrog splash because KO's not on the mat, but he's not in camera. Oh, the douche cocks. Pause. The douche peacocks. Pretty deadly. Pop back up. I corrected myself as soon as I said it. Show up to now. Like I said, Logan Paul's just creating an alliance of douchebags.
I'm telling you, make them all a faction. Stunner!
RKO! Just call them the douchebaggery.
Yeah, 100%.
The Fellowship of the Douche.
Douchebag Factory. The Fellowship of the Douche. One douche to roll them all.
Right, one douche to find them all. I just keep always going back to like Seth Rollins, and this is the end of Spark My Vitamins, Little Hobbit.
As Randy chasing down Logan.
Oh, did KO fucking teleport? How the fuck did he get there?
He moved quick for a chubby man. Let's go.
He moves quick for a Canuck. What? Yeah, but continuous shot. I like this. Yeah. So we're gonna. He's gonna fucking dip off into a fucking car here.
Randy's just throwing shit.
Randy looks like the type of guy that, like, Kevin would probably be halfway polite when he's trying to whoop your ass. Randy looks like he would actually probably try and murder you.
And Logan steals a Corvette.
Steals, you say. I say, use Crypto Zoo.
Commandeers.
Most might be the same, but yeah.
Hey, for you guys talking about Bray Wyatt on Monday afternoon. I'm not sure yet. We're debating it. It might be a tough one to watch live.
Something like that, I don't want to watch live and try and like talk over because that's the thing I want to hear everything that's being said. I'm that way of like, if it's specific shows, documentaries, or anything that I'm watching, like even if me and the missus get into a conversation during part of it, I'll rewind back just so I can hear everything that I might have missed.
Too sweet. Thank you, Casey. The United States champion at WrestleMania will be Randy Orton. My prediction.
Well, it's not a prediction, but it is a spoiler of that.
Here we go.
Monday Night Raw next week will be in Brooklyn, New York, with not only Dwayne, but it seems like we're also going to get Roman Romulus Reigns there.
Mm-hmm. The douche cockatoos.
You're setting me up for a bunch of this is home run derby, and I'm gonna just respectfully choose to not swing.
Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think about my joke about the boy boat and the girl boat starting a relationship? Oh,
-10. He's way better and way more polite than you. I would have given you the wah, wah, wah.
So Triple H wants us to believe that KO and Randy can beat Logan, but they can't beat Pretty Deadly. Oh, come on, AJ. Let's be a little more sensible than
Did
that.
you watch? Like, did you literally blank out during part of this match? Like there was interference. There was literally a man with brass knuckles who's in the other match that you talked about. Like, my guy, I understand trying to like find fault with shit, but that's like you're reaching to be upset about something.
Yeah, let's be realistic. And again, a heel being a heel, causing problems, causing trouble. That's good. You want the heel. You want the fans to want the heel to get his ass kicked. Like when Randy Orton's looking for him under the ring and the fans are chanting RKO because they really, really want to see Logan Paul get whooped. That's the payoff there. And again, yeah, let's be real. Didn't Edge do that recently? Do what? Stole a getaway car.
Oh, yeah. No, Christian did it.
That's right.
Simpsons did it. Christian did it.
Logan just pulled off on their ass, like skirt, gone.
Right. Boston saying, I think Logan is retaining commercial-free first hour on Raw. Is that what they advertised?
Did they advertise that? That's crazy. I mean, again,
I saw them advertise the Raw, but yeah.
Half the show, the first half of the show will just be The Rock, Roman, fucking Cody, Seth. You just have everyone overlap. Drew comes out. Punk shows up.
Fuck it. Just do it. It's the WWE CU instead of the MCU here.
Right.
Shout out Larry with no sleep till Brooklyn.
But we are in a commercial break, folks. We are rolling along. The first matches in the books. KO, Randy Orton did lose thanks to Logan Paul and then effectively chased Logan out of the building. So Logan, taking the high ground, running away as you would expect him to do. And yeah, KO and Randy not too happy right now. So Mark Man is Logan Paul going into Mania as he was his champion anyway.
Right, but we are 8 days away, folks, from WrestleMania 40, and we'll be here live from 11:30 till the doors close here until there ain't no more wrestling to talk about till everybody goes home here. So 11:30 till ? Here, and then back at it like a jackrabbit on Sunday at 5 p.m. I believe, correct? For night 2 as well. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, make sure you let everybody know that this is the place to watch pro wrestling. Absolutely, because we want this to be the biggest WrestleMania stream that we've ever done.
Tomorrow and Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Countdown to WrestleMania. So they're giving us all the rundown, all the stuff that's going to be happening around Philadelphia coming up.
I'm kind of getting thrown off with the visuals, like the PGs or PNGs that they use there. Like the one for Hogan, like I saw everybody was like, why is that one made out of leather? Like,
right?
Man changed races,
As I got EO Sky on the screen. Latch on. I like it.
Oh, well, and I like though too that this isn't something new, that they've set the precedent with this with like Nakamura, to where she's cutting her whole promo in Japanese so she can get her proper inflection, the everything with it, and it doesn't feel awkward or clunky. but they're conveying her message underneath.
No, it's perfect because she's articulate obviously in her actual language where she doesn't have to try and force it. Just let her speak naturally. Some people out there, if you can't read, we apologize, but she's making some very good points.
Just let one of us know. We'll translate it for you here. We'll have to go back and rewind it, but we'll translate it for you.
We got tired of you. We outgrew you. I like it. We need.
Oh yeah, this is really good. I was just gonna say, I wish they would have done this like many moons ago here with Asuka when she's out there and said she's cutting a promo in Japanese and then having to like be super over animated and everything. And
yeah, she was a little too
awkward,
anime-y at times for sure.
Yeah. No, everything here with EO, like you get this 100%. Anyone that's ever watched a Netflix show, a Hulu show, anything in subtitles, watch the anime, oh, Bailey!
Oh, shit! Let's go!
Bailey out here, I know there's only so many buildings you can be in this arena. I'm going to fucking find you. She's throwing the lights on her. I was like, she's trying to attack her with one and fucked up the one.
I got an idea, bitch.
Right. Green screen. Down go now because you fucked up the green screen is when everyone tries to pull them apart. Not everything before. Not when she was grabbing light stands and trying to scream like fucking Mark McGuire.
Come on, there's not at least a little bit of oh shit, they're fighting like before someone jumps in.
Yeah, normally that's like 5 seconds. That
felt like 5 seconds. She didn't beat her to death. They got there.
Bro, she took out 2 light stands.
Now you're just being picky. All she had to do was this to knock out the light stand.
The green screen.
All she did was this. She didn't have to pick it up and throw it. She just went whap.
Yeah, but even then, like, how many times have you been with somewhere to where the second somebody starts to posture up or starts to barge in, whoa, what the fuck are we doing here?
Jumped.
I'm not complaining about it. I'm more complaining of that's some shitty ass friends you got there, EO. That's some shitty ass production crew. They ain't jumping in to help you with nothing.
As we got Nick Aldis, and I feel like this is going to be the Jade segment.
I would assume. I feel, granted, he's out here with no tie, looking like the headmaster of Hogwarts. I feel a little bit.
He definitely does look like a fucking headmaster. Like,
bro, his collar is too big for his neck and head. Like, he looks like he's Men in Black, like got his head shrunk. Like, his shoulders look bigger than what his neck allows.
Nick Aldis sounds like Mayor Quimby with a British accent.
Now, what you seeing here?
I read the first
part. I am an elected official.
Storm has arrived.
And the thunder roll. And the lightning strike. Dun, dun, dun. Another J rolls on a SmackDown night.
Let's go.
Bro.
That's not all. That's never mind.
Yeah, you said that. You got to live with that. But, like, bro, this fucking entrance, like, and everybody, she kept
here
from AEW. It's like, no, Glacier. Oh, well, certain parts of her look like they might be Glacier, but god damn.
How do you make someone feel like a star instantly?
Well, that's what I was about to say of that intro, like, not Sub-Zero, but yeah, that's instantly, like, that's a main event entrance right there. It's the Jade Emma Frost Cargill. Everybody's just instantly shitting on it. Bro, that shit is fucking form-fitting to form-fitting.
Yeah.
Looking like a fruit roll-up.
Trying to make those edible.
And yet still a more subtle outfit than anything Mercedes Moné wears.
Again, we'll see. My opinion of Mercedes continues to be strong.
No, she looks more brolic than fucking Nick Aldis right now. She looks like she could whoop Nick Aldis' ass.
Yeah, girl, it is about time. Where you been all my life?
Right. For everybody that's been wondering where the fuck Jade Cargill was, I would politely like you to shut up right now.
It's Jade. Dear Mercedes Moné, this is how you do a promo when you're new.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Nice, short, sweet, and to the point.
I feel like there's got to be an interruption or something.
Save it for later.
Well, we instantly go right to damage control backstage here.
Is she ring ready? I imagine she's ring ready. Come on. Like, she's been training for what, 7-8 months straight now?
Yeah, they ain't dumb. They ain't gonna just like, well, she could at least talk now, so at least let's let them fucking go out there and talk. No, they're not gonna put her out there unless she's ready to go.
I feel like we're getting to a threshold of like, if she's not ring ready yet, she may never not be.
You know what's fucking funny though, just on a whole side note, is when's the last time you asked anybody about anything when it comes to whoever AEW signed and asked if they were ring ready, what have you? Just a thought, like just a thing. Like when she signed with AEW, was anyone asking, is she ring ready? No. So that's the thing.
Different standards, man. Is that Jade's AEW theme that she is using in WWE? I believe so. Maybe a slight variation. CEO.
I think it's because they actually own their shit. Much like when they go to WWE, you've got to give up that shit.
Right. No, short and sweet to the point. She didn't rain on. The longer she goes, the more you might expose some of her inexperience. Just, I'm here. I'm going to kick everyone's head in. Thank you. See you soon.
Right. Respectfully and politely, much like any storm, you wished it passed and it passed through soon enough. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was there. It made its presence known and it moved the fuck on.
Right. Let's see if we get Charlotte one day. That's been my match. That's been Jade Charlotte is something
41.
I really wanted. So let's go.
I think that will happen 41.
Mm-hmm. What's up, KJ and Big Nick? March Madness tomorrow night. What?
Well, absolutely. Well, it's still going on even earlier today and everything. Excuse me.
Does that? I don't think that affects Collision at all tomorrow, right?
That doesn't for tomorrow. Just so happened to be that it affects it for one that goes against WrestleMania, and Collision will happen to start at midnight.
Yes,
that's what I want to stay up and wait up for. Screw WrestleMania. I need to wait and stay up till the ass crack of dawn for Collision.
Yeah. Yo, Tough Enough is back. Yeah, it's not, well, it's kind of like Tough Enough. It's next gen. It's not really the game show, vote people out type shit.
Well, yeah, we can't have Triple H out there saying, good snap. And, talking about how somebody's, balls are hanging out of their trunks and everything.
Right. That's why they're injecting her into the Bailey Belair versus damage control situation, putting her in a match with scenery around her rather than one-on-one where she could get exposed too fast. And again, I would at some point stop worrying about her being exposed. Like everyone's like, she's going to be exposed. I'm like, she was a champion in another company. She came over here and they had to train her from the ground up, which is hilarious. Sorry, TK. But
that's a problem. That's a problem.
I mean, at some point, she's got to be pretty close to ready.
it's to me, it feels like it's a lot of having no faith in her and also in WWE. Like, if you feel like that they're going to expose her, so you don't think that she needed training and everything coming out of AEW, which, I mean, that's a whole different discussion because most people don't want to, admit that. And then you don't think that they're going to be calculated with this. They've sat there and hit grand slam after grand slam after grand slam right now lately.
Yeah.
You don't think that they're really going to take the time into a high prospect that they've signed and really make sure they can make it work?
And again, it really feels like Triple H is developing plans for people. It's not just like, we signed someone, put them in fucking 3 weeks of matches that nobody gives a shit about because we signed them. Like, they want to do it properly. They want the person, the athlete, to excel. But we are on a commercial break, folks. Make sure you like and subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, and I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask KJ something, but so I'll ask you this, and then he can answer it when he comes back and everything like that. I have heard the theory, the name thrown around, and it might have been only one source, but I don't know. I have heard the idea or the potential of, I guess, because everybody's got to name eras and everything like that when it comes to pro wrestling, of this new era of WWE wrestling with The Rock coming back, with Triple H in control, etc., etc. Jade Cargill shows up, Cody Rhodes shows up, and everything, of the Renaissance era of WWE. And I don't know what you guys think about that. I feel like it's kind of interesting. I feel like it halfway fits and halfway doesn't, almost at the same time. But so what do you guys think about that? As we're getting a replay, or I'm at least getting a commercial right now for all the WWE MLB legacy belts. Oh, shit. I mean, you were twisting my arm where the Bills won, but the Yankees won. Oh, you might be putting me in a full fucking Kimura or Fujiwara armbar here. Oh, hell, Daniel, nah. You just hate us because you ain't us. Pause. It's just 100%. We the bloodline out here. As we got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I forgot their actual tag team name, but god damn, do they need to be more featured on SmackDown. Hot damn. Hey! And so there's already been the interaction between AJ and Nick Aldis on Twitter, on X, and everything earlier today, yesterday. So now we've got Aldis and AJ Styles face to face backstage here. KJ will be right back. I'll be left front. Well, you can have that. Daniel, not a Yankee fan. Yes, clearly, not a Yankee fan. Not a Yankee fan. I wonder when they're going to release the NBA belts. Fair enough, fair enough. You got to get to like the finals. Or maybe they'll do that at the start of next season. And so here, side note, side question. Out of even NBA, MLB, NHL, what have you, out of the four major sports promotions, which WWE legacy belt for your team would you get? Like, which one are you, like, would consider throwing down, them dollar bills, y'all, to get that one? Because, like I said, the Bills one, you almost got me. The Yankees one, oh, you're starting to really fucking lock in the Kimura here a little bit. As we got the Profits backstage ready on ice, and well, that only fits because it looks like they killed some fucking polar bears to make those goddamn outfits here. I don't know if the Street Profits are starting to become more and more like Private Party, or Private Party is starting to become more and more like the Street Profits, I feel. But there's starting to become a line of, an annexation of Puerto Rico and a line of intersection here, I feel. I've never considered buying a wrestling belt, but that Chicago Cubs belt, that might be the only belt you guys ever get, so you might want to get that and enjoy it, my guy. Respectfully, no offense. But I have the Street Profits coming out right now, looking like fucking Snow Miser's fucking marching band. But we've got the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, the douche canoes, as KJ likes to call them. So let me know, folks, who you taking for this. And what I thought this was, they were both into this match. I didn't realize that we had 2 qualifying matches even going into tonight. But let me know who you're taking for this match, folks. I think this is. Oh. I'm going to go on an outlier. Because I was initially going to go Street Profits. I will take Waller and Theory because I think Waller and Theory, their story, their split, their breakup, their trajectory will play out more throughout the latter match that we'll see at Mania. Then the Profits are going to be there, and I don't think I see them winning. So it's almost becomes halfway a little bit of one of those of I'd rather you not there and not win than there and not win. Profits for the win. Malik saying about the Chicago Bears belt. Now, do you try and get Justin Fields to sign, or do you get, Caleb Williams to sign him? Stay away from the world of underground and Chinese checkers against vicious. There you go. We got 74 in the chat. Let's hit that like button. Absolutely. I see 68 right now as we are in commercial break. Let me see where we at on the likes. We got 48 likes on the stream. We're at 4.1k subscribers. Let's see if we can cross at least that 4.2. Hey, let's get a 4.20 right as we're heading into the, feel good WrestleMania weekend here with the vitamins. But yeah, I see about 70 some odd people watching us. We got about 50 some odd likes in the video. So if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, drop a like on the video, hit that bell notification. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're going to be back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Saturday Collision, Sunday WrestleMania predictions, Monday Night Raw, Tuesday NXT, Wednesday Night Dynamite, and then Thursday all hell breaks loose because we start getting into your blood sports, your impacts. Fridays, we get into your Supercard of Honors, your Smackdowns, your House of Glories versus Wrestle Evolver. And then Saturday, we're here all day. We're here from even before Stand and Deliver till even past the end of WrestleMania here. So 100%, there's nobody out there that does it like we do. Everybody else out there, I'm going to go to WrestleMania. You can catch me when I get back. No, we're here live talking to y'all people, talking anything and everything live when it comes to pro wrestling. So 100%, be a friend, tell a friend. Like, share, and subscribe. There we go. I need to breathe after I said that. Man down. I feel like man down. Casey saying Detroit Lions belt because I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Did they not do a college one? Because would you not get the University of Michigan? Now, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that because if they have a University of Notre Dame and it's got the ND, shout out my initials. So, as we are in commercial break, by the way. But yeah, that might be one that I'd just be out here. That's my about 100% of Notre Dame. But yeah, no, fair enough. Shout out being a Lions fan. Hey, you got one. Now let's see if we can get more than one. It's your boy PK Man OG. Does anyone know if we're doing MLW tonight? We may. Well, I can always pull it up and peek an eye on it. I don't think it's going to be anything that would really put a focus on. I think especially with WrestleMania, with WWE heading into WrestleMania weekend and everything, we're just barely over a week. But, I mean, we may take a peek at MLW. You never know. What did James say? Could you have a situation where the 2 different teams grab a different belt to top? I think KJ's talked about that. I think that's been a thing discussed here a time or two. You could have that, I think they've done that even before to where, one team grabs one belt, one team grabs another, but do you almost need to either add more teams or have this not be super raw heavy? Like, realistically, SmackDown's getting all of 2 teams into this match when every other team's a Raw team. So as a shout out, they're coming to Manchester, New York, Syracuse, New York, or Manchester, New Hampshire, Syracuse, New York, and then Brooklyn for Monday Night Raw. And then next Friday, we'll be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, folks. And actually, even here, we're going to be here live, too, for the Hall of Fame after Friday Night SmackDown. So 100%. KJ is on a pause for the cause, my guy. WrestleMania. Yep, those are words. Damien, we have the Word Chamber match tonight on MLW. Yeah, well, they have the duel. They have their essentially version of War Games on MLW right now. As I've got the Street Profits in control, got Theory set up in the Tower of Doom into a blockbuster. Super blockbuster. 1, 2. Waller breaks it up. Okay, summer's just around the corner. MLB will be the season. Want to bet my White Sox against your Cubs? Oh, we're getting beef now in the chat already between, the Chicago fan bases. See, this doesn't even happen between like Yankees and Mets fans because it's like Mets have like an admitted defeat already. So they just wait to bend the knee. Oh, so we didn't see it, but we see the aftermath of Karrion Kross and Scarlett have just ransacked the backstage locker room of Bobby Lashley, B-Fab, that the champagne has been spilt and drank. Oh, that was just awkward. Knees up on the frog splash on Ford. Austin Theory sneaks the 1, 2, 3. So that caused enough of a distraction that the douche canoes. Theory down under. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller pick up the 1, 2, 3. But yeah, so we're setting up, I assume, something with. We're continuing Karrion Kross and the Final Testament versus Bobby and the Prophets. And is this starting to feel like a dish that you keep trying to reheat that never is going to get fucking fully to temp here? I feel like this is. It's one of those things that you try and slow cook it to the point to where it ends up just burnt. As we've got the Authors of Pain right now laying out the Street Profits as Karrion Kross coming out here. This is where Bobby's going to come. Now, we just saw a video. Should Bobby be able to make this fucking quick recovery here? The double tap power bomb there from Akam and Razor there. The Authors of Pain out here with Karrion Kross. Oh, Bobby's fumbly wumbly out here. And already lays out Karrion Kross as he's getting jumped now by the Authors of Pain. So, do we get a singles match? Do we get a 6-man tag match? I feel like that might be more apropos here. I feel a little bit. As Kross setting up now, Bobby Hi,
my name is.
What this segment is what?
I was like, all you had to say was what?
Well, this does this not feel like milquetoast? A little like.
I feel like this is better. I mean, I kind of like that they're at least doing something. Like the Final Testament looks like a powerhouse. They took out Bobby.
I feel like we've been doing the same thing for fucking 4 weeks.
Well, we gotta turn it up. I wonder if we're getting like a 6-man or multi-person match. I really do.
It needs to be a 6-man. It can't be a singles.
There you go.
On that note, I guess I'm gonna go and try and find the high note.
I used to think he was crazy, but from here, I can see he's nuts. I think it's a 6-man. Makes sense. It would definitely make sense as we go into the progressive match flow. And we get a recap of what happened last week with Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. So, yeah, we will see here as they continue to build the Lowo storyline. Sup, John C. How you doing? How you doing? I got that one. 0-2. Some solution. Not off to a great start. Faction war at Mania, the Final Testament versus Bobby and the Prophets. I think so. Again, not the most intense, hyped rivalry that we got going on. It's taken a little while. I think it's been a little bit dragged out. And we've had some weird booking around it. But yeah, it looks like they're still trying to build it up. Like Nick said, we've seen the beatdowns before. So hopefully it's leading to something. Wanted Bobby to be doing something more important. Yeah, I get it. But again, Bobby to me is a guy that will go up and down the roster. He can't always be involved in the title picture. He's got to find other things to do. There's got to be storylines outside of the actual, title picture. So I'm okay with it for now. I want to see where it goes. Good evening, Eric. As here comes Santos Escobar. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Karrion Kross in the AOP 6-man tag match at WrestleMania pre-show. Malik, I'm kind of with you on that one. Definitely possible. As here comes the Legado del Fantasma. Again, at WrestleMania 40, it's going to be the Final Testament. Got that one. Oh, we might include B-Fab and Scarlett, maybe. Yeah, that 6-man is going to be on SmackDown the night before Mania, and somehow Bobby Lashley will be left off Mania. Possible. Very possible, actually. As Elektra Lopez with the crew. And we go into a commercial. We're actually getting a commercial for the rivals between Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Could we do a little bit of Defy Wrestling at 9 a.m. on WrestleMania week match between? Yeah, I don't know. We're going to be there for that, Damien. We, jobs, life, a whole bunch of other things. 9 a.m. WrestleMania week, which is already a swamped week. I'd like to say maybe, but I highly doubt it. Just go with the 6-man Hell in a Cell at Mania. Make it even if it was just a cage match, I'd be okay. Maybe that ups the ante a little bit. Please say we're getting a Ray match between Ray and Dominic at WrestleMania. Definitely feels that way. Is predicting time Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio mask versus hair at WrestleMania. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, I've seen that batted around that, and not Santos. Dom taking on his dad, mask versus hair. Maybe. I mean, could Dom shave that Kentucky waterfall? Could Ray lose his mask? I still think his son is the best person to retire Ray if Ray was going to retire. Last year, Bobby didn't have a match because his opponent was Bray Wyatt. Yeah, heartbreaking. I mean, remember the guys like Dave Meltzer, that giant walking asshole out there that were reporting that Bray walked out and Bray was upset and da-da-da-da-da. Little did he know that Bray was not well. And I wonder if he ever recanted or apologized for that, but probably not because he's a piece of dirt. But yeah, Bobby, they started setting up Bobby versus Bray, and it just never got there for eventually what becomes obvious and very tragic reasons. Scott, everyone wants you to go all 48-hour weekend. Listen, don't tempt us. We're going to be live a lot, and we're going to be live a lot more than a lot of others. It's going to be pretty close, but yeah, I mean, short of watching us lose our mind on stream for 48 straight hours, we're going to try and sneak in a little bit of sleep, a little bit of food, a little bit of downtime. But yes, for those who don't know, if you're watching right now, we're back next weekend. Well, we're here all week long. Don't forget, we're back at it tomorrow for Collision. Sunday, we have our Mania preview show. Monday, Raw, the final Raw before Mania, all the way through next week. All your wrestling needs right here at the Wrestling for Life Network. And then, of course, our marathon starts at 11:30 a.m. Saturday morning, stand and deliver, and goes all day long. between Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania Night 1. We're going to play some games. We're going to play some Name That Tune with Anthony. We're going to guess the wrestlers. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some prizes, and it's going to be a great time. So be a friend, tell a friend. We really expect our WrestleMania marathons to blow up, and we want to see as many people as possible in the chat that particular day. And then we're back at it on Sunday, night 2. We go a little bit later, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be here for all the action then, and we'll be back at it Monday, the Monday after WrestleMania. We'll see what twists and turns are on that particular night as well. So lots of wrestling coming your way, folks, and we'll be here all summer long. We got a couple brunch with the boys coming up. We're early shows. Lots of programming coming your way. We're going to mix up some programming as well. So stay tuned. Lots working here at the channel. So they're letting us know that later as we come out of commercial. I guess we're going to go back to Raw, the beatdown of Cody Rhodes. The only thing interesting on Rampage is Dustin Rhodes versus Butcher. That doesn't say a lot now, does it? As I got Legado in the ring, Santos has a microphone, and Lola looks like $1 million. I hate to be that guy, says Santos. Pretty soon, Dom's mullet is going to have its own zip code, right? Caliente. I don't know what he said. Last time we had a hair versus mask match, it was when Worlds Collide in 1994. Eddie Guerrero was involved in the match with his friend, the Love Machine. There you go. Yeah, that goes without saying, Larry. But definitely lots of time for that. Got to keep us going. Got to keep us jovial. Jade Cargill is just an entrance and not much else, apparently. Ooh, I think that's an overreach. Sorry, AJ, not on the same page with you very much the last couple of comments, but yeah, no, Jade's everything she's supposed to be. All they were announcing was the fact that she's officially signed. She signed the contract. Now everybody's been put on notice. And right now, yeah, just an entrance, just a tease. The WWE has shown a great deal of patience, both with the storylines, both with the characters. I got to give them credit, guys. Again, it's not just Jade comes out and has a nothing match, goes 12 minutes with some nobody. It's legitimately making you wait, making you want. Even she said it's about damn time. And here comes Dominic Mysterio. And the crowd goes, boo. I've already got my snack menu picked for Mania weekend and I'm probably going to gain 30 pounds. That's amazing. We will also be very ready with our snacks. Grab your snacks, grab your feel good, be ready to go. It's going to be a fun weekend. Like I said, we're going to blow it out. It's going to be a great time. Great time to be here. And yeah, we're really, really looking forward to it. And I'd say we'd probably gain 30 pounds as well, but we're going to be doing a lot of this. So it's tricky. We might lose 30 pounds, actually. Angel Garza looks like a GTA character. Fact. As Dom gets in the ring, shakes hands with Legado and reaches for a mic of his own. Dirty Dom. I'm so bored with the Lowo Civil War angle. Yeah, I mean, I get that a little bit, Boston. I really do. Again, it's just kind of like a, your mid-card, lower mid-card, keep people busy storyline. It's not bad. It's not great. It's a thing. Jade has to prove she can wrestle to the top women's standards. We shall see. Yeah, give her time, guys. Patience. Marathon, not sprint. We got a lot of wrestling to happen after WrestleMania. We're not just done and packing up and going away. There will be a lot of time for Jade to prove herself, and she will get there. And they seem very protective of this investment because I think they see what a lot of us see. She is an absolute star. Dom trying to talk, but as usual, fans ain't having it. Oh, no, not having it. Someone turned his mic down, too. I can imagine WrestleMania 40, Lowo versus Legado de Fantasma, maybe. But then now we're getting into too many multiple men match if they all happen. Now, if Bobby and the Profits happen on SmackDown, then that might open up that door. I think Corey is a face now. Corey is more face than he used to be. Remember, like Barrett kind of plays the heel, color commentator. So Corey's kind of got to play it a little more babyface for sure. You need the yin and the yang. Make her main event and get the ball rolling. Yeah, shove her right into a main event. Let's go. Listen, if she had walked out at Rumble and won, I would have been fine with it. I really would have. And here comes Ray. Big pop for Rey Mysterio. And the rest of Lowo. Build her up, Jade. That anticipation to when we see her in the ring, it'll be worth it. Yeah, I love it. I really do. And again, I see one company that just kind of takes new signings and puts them right into stuff that might actually minimize how much we think of them instead of really hyping it up. Like if Ospreay wasn't having the matches he's having, but you were building him towards Danielson as his debut in the company, it might have the bigger impact than him fighting Kyle Fletcher and Hobbs. Now, we all know that Fletcher was a great match. We know Takeshita was a great match, but I'm talking about marquee value and anticipation, making people earn it. Sorry. There you go. Dom says, Ray says, I thought I was done fighting you. Zelina Vega, hello. We're getting huge LWO chants right now. If Santos isn't facing Ray at Mania, then what is he doing? Please tell me that they didn't put him on the pre-show. I don't think it might be a pre-show match, but it really looks like we're going to get exactly what you see on your screen right now. Damn, tickle. What's up, Anthony? We gotta let Jade Cargill bake. This can't be microwaved. I love it. We can't have the microwave society with Jade. I love that. I love it. And you're right. Patience. Can't just, overcook her too quick. You see this woman as being relevant in your company for a decade. Dominic versus Ray and a partner of my choosing in a tag match. As the crowd chants Carlito, let's go. At WrestleMania. Dom's nothing but a jerk. That's accurate. Since it's almost April Fool's, Dominic Mysterio is an April Fool because he got humiliated and embarrassed by Bad Bunny and Jelly Roll. There you go. A non-Latino? So it's going to be Dom and Santos versus Ray and a partner, but I feel like we're going to have a surprise. Hold on. Dragon Lee! Not everyone in Lawo like, oh, come on. Yeah, we forgot about that motherfucker. The mask versus the non-mask. Called it. Did you call that? Mask versus hair. Let's go. It's Batista. That would have been better. I would have popped for that. How is it you have a gang of like all these people around you and you pulled in somebody else? Oh, wait, the ladies are arguing. Got fight! Oh, we're off and running. Everybody punching everybody. And we got a brawl. Oh, she's tiny. Zelina is tiny. Absolutely tiny. She is tiny. There's nothing wrong with that. We got to watch the little ones. They're scrappy. As they are fighting at ringside. So it's going to be Dom and Santos versus Dragon Lee and Ray at Mania. Are you Team Mask or Team Face Paint? Carlito throwing Dom over the top. What is up with Carlito? They brought him back and they don't use him at all. There you go, there you go, there you go. From NXT to tagging with Ray at WrestleMania, huge for Dragon Lee. Now remember, Dragon Lee, I believe part of his contract was that he was going to be on the main roster within a year. We saw him kind of get fast-tracked up to the main roster and then go back a little bit. So again, if he is the, the person, another attempt to be the next Rey Mysterio, this is a good place to put him. But Naomi and Bianca in the back. Zelina Electra, two fine Latinas. Caliente. I can imagine Ricky Steamboat entrance for Dragon Lee at WrestleMania. Oh, that kind of style with flames. And not bad, not bad. Sounds like a bathroom break. Well, you do need a couple. But I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be entertaining. Again, I think I like Santos a lot. I think Dragon Lee brings a lot to the table. Ray, Dom, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this. I thought it was going to be a gang war, but it turns out tag team. I'm adding that to the potential punk band name list. Bathroom Break Machine. I believe the politically correct term is petite. Teeny, tiny.
Midget.
Speaking of teeny tiny.
whoa, no.
As Humberto and Angel, who just got in a scrap, are still in the ring, and the Banana Republic are coming out.
Yeah, the new Catch Republic, we're getting, like you talked about, we're getting masked versus unmasked, WrestleMania. And
yeah, a little surprising.
Yeah, you're going to know when the concession stands are going to be hot and heavy.
You do need some of those matches. Not every match is, on paper is going to be a barn burner. But, I mean, Ray being a veteran, Santos doing really well, trying to, take over that kind of realm. You got Dragon Lee involved. I'm okay with the booking. I was a little surprised as a tag match, and I'm a little surprised. They were like, we have all these guys here. Who do you pick? Oh, none of these fuckers. That guy back there.
Right, not Carlito. Not I spit in the face of people who want to be cool or anything. As we get Meek Mill with the hype up for WrestleMania. Oh, they all thought I was finished. You all not thought that when I bought that Ashton Martin, y'all thought it was raining?
I think some of that was words. I'm still going to watch it. I just talk shit. I'll be wearing Depends all weekend.
Boston, respectfully, is that different from any other weekend.
Facts. NCR. All right, folks, who are you taking? Are you taking the Bruiserweights, which is a way better name, Big Dog? But are we taking the NCR? Or are we taking Legado?
Oh, new catch.
Yeah, I feel like a new catch that Legado's already ailing from a fight.
Yeah, a little bit, and they're going to be a little bit more caught up in a situation with Ronald Mysterious, I feel. Even if they're not involved, even if they're not in the match, they will be, I feel, involved in the match.
Yeah, for sure. Cargill's debut was 1,000 times better than Monet. What I want to say about that is that I believe the difference is Monet's was overhyped, underdelivered. Cargill's was underhyped and overdelivered. Very simple, simplistic. You don't have to overdo it. And listen, there's a lot of talk about this lately, Nick, and I think you brought it up last night. Mercedes can't talk. She
no.
So pretentious. She reminds me of like the cool girl in high school that peaked in high school. And then everyone kind of passed her by, but she still thinks she's hot shit. That's what she comes off to me as.
She is the Regina George of professional wrestling. Stop trying to make Monet work, because Monet ain't going to work, because trust me, she can't talk worth a fucking lick on the microphone. Like she in WWE always seemed to have this good aura that came about her. Like she could be in there for a half a spot and talk some shit for a little bit, but like her on commentary, like, so you're just out here with a live mic, and trust me, we know about here being live and having to talk about anything and everything. Like you couldn't say nothing. The whole even story seemed convoluted. Of so who in this match, Mercedes, would you like to face? Not Willow, not the one that you've already been building this fucking feud with or anything. You're gonna mention Statlander, who's not even in the fucking finish of the match, really, and everything.
Oopsie.
Like, whoopsie.
Oh, we got the Judgment Day on SmackDown. Did you guys know Dom was going to go out there? Troubled times in Judgment Day world. Let's be realistic, guys. Judgment Day could have a whole lot of shit go down in the next couple weeks here.
It's the Goth Kids. Burn down, a hot topic.
Oh, mommy not happy.
Mommy, I'm sorry.
Communication is key. How many of us have heard that from our ladies at some point? Communication is key.
Everyone's got a safe word. Everyone's got a safe word.
Zamboni. Banana Republic literally laughed out loud. Yeah, fuck. I hate the name.
For us as individuals. Wow.
See, they're talking about the splintering of this group.
Rhea keeps fucking doing like the weird like Schmiegel arm with this whole promo and everything. It's throwing me off. What did you say, Hobbitses?
I think it's a good match. I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. I like it.
No Andrade el ídolo.
All right. The Glow and EST connection. Yes, that's still a thing.
They are the glow-est, the best-est.
Rey Mysterio only has so many WrestleMania matches left. I'm not mad about him being on the card. Not at all. And again, you have lower... Go back and look through every WrestleMania. There's matches on every single WrestleMania ever that were lightweight matches. That were just, meh. They were just there.
They were there because paycheck. Padded out, this is when everyone takes a snack. This is when everyone takes their pause for the cause, what have you. Christ, remember when we were getting the arm bars and, the women's battle royals? I can't even remember what they were going to give it to Mae Young, but then they changed it.
I hope it's like Hell Mania is not going to be let's just jam as many people as we can on this card kind of shit. No, I don't think so, especially with it being a very, we talked about it yesterday. There was like 10 matches so far announced.
Mm-hmm.
If they just added another one, so we're at 11, maybe add one more, we're at 12. That's still less than we get on an AEW one night pay-per-view.
Right. Between.
Oh.
Yeah. So 10 already on Wikipedia, and we've had what? 1-2 matches added?
One
for
sure.
So far?
Yeah, one for sure. The writing on the wall seems to be coming for another.
Right. So yeah, like you said, we're splitting up 2 nights in what Tony Khan does in one night.
Fact.
Tony Khan does a week's worth of fucking storytelling
on
one pay-per-view.
And the difference is, if this was AEW, we would have just got a graphic, and Excalibur would have said, next week on the pay-per-view, so-and-so's fighting so-and-so. With no, at least with the Lowo, there's a story there. There's a history there. There's a build-up there. So as much as it's not a marquee matchup, it's not the one selling the tickets, it's a good lower card match that has some build to it.
Right. Oh, Alex saying, is Dominic soon going to the Lowo? Which Lowo?
So. Yeah. Legado World Order.
Well, Chief saying, is WrestleMania going to really be 6 hours each day?
Give or take, yeah, with pre-shows, and we're going to be live for 10 plus hours on the Saturday, so be here, Chief.
Bro, you're saying this as a Chiefs fan. Like, how long does the Super Bowl pre-show and everything go on? Yeah, 100%.
Dom will team with Andrade. Maybe. The Judgment Day definitely seems like it's under duress. Could be splintering and fracturing. Dom's doing his own thing. Damien's talking about we got to take care of ourselves. Rhea's not happy about it. I think it's interesting times.
Does Rhea become the Wicked Witch of the pro wrestling world and has JD McDonough and Finn Balor as her flying monkeys?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, that could work out a little bit. I wonder if it just falls to shit. I still love the idea that Dom teams up with Nia and Nia becomes the world champion.
You just want Dom on mommy action pause. You got a Gold Plus membership to a Black and Orange website.
Let's go. And I feel like Rhea chasing the belt as a babyface works. Nia being champion with Dom works. I like it all. Let's go.
But so, correct me if I'm wrong. Explain this match to me. So it's going to be Ray and Dragon Lee versus Dom and TBD.
Santos.
Oh, so they've already announced everybody.
I believe so, yes. So Santos and Dominic versus Ray and Dragon Lee. So, I mean, I know as much as we joke, like this is a bathroom break match, it's going to be a fast-paced lucha-style match in a lot of ways. I think the match will be entertaining.
It'll be a great SmackDown match.
Well, it's a Mania match.
Oh, I know. I know.
Mm-hmm. Because the Undisputed Champs, Boston, they can do on both shows. Yeah, so the Judgment Day is there because they have the ability to float. They just brought friends. 2 count as we come back out of commercial break. Pete Dunne with the tag to Tyler.
Right.
Bianca Belair turns heel at WrestleMania 40. I'm in. Let's go.
But no, you were talking about how Mercedes just can't cut a promo to save her life.
Can't.
No. Ooh.
Got Tyler Payton beat Pete Dunne for the win. Oh, big drop kick by Angel. Wow. If Damien successfully cashes in at Mania, I'm gonna be like, why? I'm gonna be like, woo! Let's go. Why? Because he can.
Why? Because I gotta. Well, no. I actually thought about this earlier today. Do you remember in Jurassic Park, you had Newman, Nedry there to where he's out there with the scene of, we got Dotson. See, nobody cares. I felt like that's Tony Khan with like, we got Sasha. See, nobody cares.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Priest. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been kind of like that with a series like Adam Copeland, Ospreay. I mean, we love Ospreay. We love Okada. We love, Sasha Banks. We might not love as much, but none of them have done anything to pull numbers.
But is it right to
oh my god double
1
press slam?
Ooh,
good.
Dunne breaks it up.
WrestleMania is going to belong to me. That's a horrible thought. I don't know. It might not.
DDT and then running knee, Shining Wizards here from Garza to everybody here. Oh, as he threw up this point to the WrestleMania sign and then just eats a right hand here.
That's one of my favorite.
Double bitter end. 1, 2, 3.
And the New Catch Republic with the win. It's a good tag match.
Yeah, it didn't overstay its welcome. It moved at a good clip. Yeah.
Interesting.
And so we've got Waller in Theory, The Awesome Truth, Judgment Day, DIY, New Day, and the New Catch Republic are the teams in this ladder match, unless we get a mystery team added.
Yeah, as it stands right now, the 6 teams are announced. They're ready to go, and I still think the Awesome Truth are the heavy favorites, and our Truth deserves this moment.
I would argue that's the most predictable match out of the show, is that Awesome Truth is winning that.
Yeah, but it might also be the most heartbreaking because we all kind of want it, and if we don't get it, we might be a little bummed.
Right. But as they're talking right now, I will bring up this point. Is it fair to say or fair to blame a talent or certain free agent talents that they've just signed specifically for not turning the needle with AEW when it's been a consistent downturn? It's one of those of like, well, if you signed into a losing army, like, is it your fault that the army didn't turn around, or are you just on the losing side?
Well, if you're being sold as the savior, right? Like if you sign up for a shit team,
But did they sell them as themselves as the savior? Or did the company sell them?
The company is doing them a disservice for a lot, and I don't put the blame specifically on the athletes, but again, for all the skid marks out there that get all eager beaver, like, oh, Triple H doesn't know what he's doing. Look at AEW cleaning house. All right, well, it's got to turn into something. And when you bring this guy in like he's going to be the star QB and he's about to turn the season around, and you're just fucking punting field goals left, right, and center. I know that's a little touchy with you over there, Bills fan, but at the end of the day, I mean, I think that it's not necessarily Okada's fault or Ospreay's fault or Sasha's fault, but they got it's all the buck stops with TK. That's what that comes down to.
Well, I think that's been shown since the brawl out. As we're speaking of brawl outs, we're getting a replay of Monday Night Raw, the end of Monday Night Raw last week. But yeah, ever since that brawl out, you've established A, the direction that company was going in, B, that Tony can't boss, and C, that no one's actually going to be any sort of an actual authority figure around there.
No, and if you're bringing in the stars, you got to make them feel special. You got to make them feel marquee. Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He was my pick for Wrestler of 2023. And in all due respect to him and Kyle Fletcher, as fun as that match was, it doesn't move the needle the way you want it to. You need him to walk through the building and be a badass. Mercedes Moné coming in and being involved with the TBS title is a waste of fucking time. She should be going after the top of that division. You brought her in, paid her more than any woman in the business. You have to position her that way. Period.
Robert, I'll answer this. Why on every show you have to bash AEW? Monday you bash AEW. Tuesday you bash AEW. Even Wednesday you bash. Thursday you bash. Friday 2 and Saturday. It's too much. Make your show hard to watch, but I do. No. Sorry, not sorry. No, I know you have a thing to say, but I'm going to just say this. Robert, I'm saying this to you personally, to me, from me, not backed by anything with the channel and everything. If you think that we're bashing AEW instead of actually just criticizing it and being actually objectively a watcher of it and everything, then I'm sorry, your opinion seems a little diluted, and I appreciate you. I appreciate that you watch us and everything like that. But yeah, my guy, you have to admit that there is a problem. Sorry, go ahead.
No. As I was saying, just be honest. But they recapped it. They even gave us the part where you hear the production go clear, and Rock keeps beating him up.
Now we got Solo out here. Yeah. By orders
of the tribal chief. Interesting. Yeah.
As we get AJ Styles coming out, but sorry, I know you had things to say.
Mm-hmm. No, that was it. Like I just, I mean, we've answered that question so many times, and it is what it is. I know some people absolutely love it, but when the WWE does something shit, we talk about it. And again, the criticism for Tony, it's not real. It's not hatred. It's just the numbers are the numbers. The results are the results. It's not bashing. It's just reporting. And if some people don't like the reports, I don't know what to tell you. I can't come on here and lie.
Right. We're right. We want it to do well as we go to commercial here as AJ's coming out. So perfect timing here. We want AEW to do well. We were the channel, especially you initially were singing the praises of AEW won every ratings end of the week ratings show that we had and everything like that, ranking show. But you got to call a spade, and when you refuse to admit it, you're hurting more than you are helping.
Absolutely. But we are in commercial break, folks. We're rolling along. The Hardys were a mystery team once before. Yeah, I don't really care for the Hardys to show up. We saw Matt. Apparently, he's mulling over a current contract offer with AEW. I don't know how true that is, but again, the Hardys being the mystery team at the ladder match, I've been there, done that. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at everybody. It's just criticism. We just want to see AEW succeed. We just want great pro wrestling. Facts. 5 years is enough time. AEW Tony Khan is not serious. We're not Meltzer guys. We tell it like it is. Oh,
I like that one. I'm going to save that one.
Well, I'll start that one. It's nothing more than a glorified indie show.
I just wanted to go back to when it was cooking, when it was hot, and everybody was into it, and it was killing WWE. And
I think it can't. I think not that it can't go back to a level like that, but going back to what everyone thought it was before and how everybody remembers it, that's gone. That ship is left. That's not attainable anymore. You have to pave a new way. You have to admit your faults. You have to admit the direction and where you're at. You can't just constantly go riding on good faith. Like, now you've been there 5 years. You have to go on what's been established.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the idea that everyone's picking on them is troublesome. Because like we saw with Tony recently, of everyone's like, Eric Bischoff's an asshole. He was minding his own business. Somebody picked a fight with him. It's like when the little guy picks a fight with the bully and keeps getting his fucking shit kicked in. They're like, why do you keep picking a fight with the bully?
Well, it is 100% that, but it's even just, there's clearly a reason that a lot of this, like a lot of people pointing out and discussing the issues with AEW gets as much, if not more, traction than AEW does itself. It's because there's clearly an issue. So the more people turn a blind eye to it, the farther down the rabbit hole you go, and the worse the problems get.
Yeah, and I mean, that's it. I mean, again, in a perfect world, Raw's a 10, NXT's a 10, Dynamite's a 10, Impact's
Everything's
a 10. Everything's just a fucking 10. I mean,
Sean Spears is just out here. He's the Dave Meltzer of pro wrestling, just doing this the whole time. 10, 10, 10.
One more thing. Why does The Rock think he's the boss? He's not. Stephanie Triple H. Stephanie's not. Shane, our boss. No, well, not really. And behind the scenes. Because he's on the board of directors, so it's hyperbole. It's extending his actual role for the sake of theatrics. It's beautiful,
right? Well, I like the whole. Why does he think he's the boss? He's not. No, there's literally federally documented documents that say he is the boss, so it's undeniable.
Right? He's definitely one of the ones with stroke. And remember, Triple H is not. Triple H is an executive. He's not on the board of directors.
Yeah.
I've been hearing Finn Balor will end up in AEW. I could see that.
I've heard him and AJ have been the two.
I don't believe AJ will.
Around a lot.
I don't think AJ will, man.
Really?
Well, AJ, I think, is in the twilight of his career. He's very happy with the schedule.
AJ Danielson, AJ Ospreay, AJ Omega, AJ Okada.
Do you think he gives a fuck? Do you think he really needs to tear it down at this point of his career, that he has anything to prove? I don't think so. I think AJ is cruising, and I've been saying it for years. AJ's cruising in his minivan into retirement. He's got his WWE money. He's got a very good schedule with the WWE. I do not see him going down to AEW and trying to put on, 5 alarm blazes and I'm going to go 45 minutes with Omega at this point in my career. I don't see it. I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, it's really respectfully become that whole, do you want to go and have a 5-star Meltzer match in front of 2,000 people, or do you want to go and have a match that Meltzer will give 0 stars to, but everyone's going to love and is going to be remembered in front of 20,000 people plus?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big part of it. And I like Finn Balor. I could see doing it because Finn might feel like, fuck, I'm never going to be the guy here. I'm a bit on the smaller side. If I go because of my Bullet Club ties, I might be a big deal. Maybe I'll be the Demon again. Maybe I'll
be Jay White got you to say something about that. You're going to be visited by the ghosts of Bullet Club past of Jay White, Kenny Omega, and who else was in there? Tama Tonga will just show up just to say, no, don't do it.
As Ajax Styles is in the ring.
Yeah. HGHG, AJ Styles.
Right. Why bring it up? It's wrestling. We talk about WWE on AEW days and vice versa. It's the way it goes. It's all a crossover. We talk about all the wrestling. We can't help it when we follow the chat. I blame the chat. I blame you guys. Leave me alone, Robert.
Right. You came to my house and assaulted me.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Vance. I don't need it.
I mean, AJ, you got it in your song of They Don't Want None. So, I mean, LA Knight very much showed up and said, I want some. And you're like, nah, you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
All right. Overachieving, under talent piece of trash that he really is. Woo! I'll tell you what's killing WWE the most. I don't think WWE's dying. Logan Paul, and I don't think that's accurate either. Sorry, Malik.
Yeah. You know what's really doing them in is when they're getting mentioned on other people's platforms and podcasts to audiences that haven't really watched WWE or don't watch WWE, is when they're having their guy that they fucking pay attention to mention WWE and have WWE superstars on. That's such a detriment. I just can't believe that they would do that.
Right. Did you hear? Yeah, we were talking about this in the pre-show, John. I mean, it's been funny. I love it. I love when they fight. And I love when, like Eric won't stop it because Eric knows controversy sells. He's not.
He built his career on it. Hey, AJ can take it out the cameraman for no reason.
Oh, shit. What are you going to do? Get out of my ring. I like it. I like it. Picking on the cameraman.
Right, but like,
so you're not going to be filmed? LA. Now we're getting some LA Knight chants.
Oh, they're using it's going to be the weapon of mass distraction here.
Yeah.
It's going to be Bald John Moxley.
Bald John Moxley. Nope.
Yeah. Did you see he's entered the Bald Men Society here?
Yeah, it's true.
He finally admitted what LeBron James can't, that shit's just fading back and it won't come back.
Mm-hmm. So LA Knight messing with AJ Styles right now, guys.
He's the fucking security guard. Like literally, like so obvious, like to pull off the stupid ass bullshit wig.
There we go.
Yeah, I was out here expecting him to start whipping him with a fucking Slim Jim or something.
Kinky.
Pause. Yeah, but LA Knight stomping a mud hole and walking it dry. Yeah, in the AJ Styles right now.
And everybody yawning along with them. And again, I mean, segment after segment, the crowd has something to cheer about. This is good. This is good.
I like Corey. Pretty impressive disguise by LA Knight. To fucking who? Fucking Mr. Magoo?
Oh, wait. You got the shirt
back. Yeah, hightailing it. I ain't afraid of you until you is you.
Obviously, this is lacking some big stars today, but glad to see the young guys are getting some shine. Yeah, I mean, it might have lacked The Rock and Roman and Cody and some of the names that we've seen recently, but I don't feel like the show has lacked entertainment. May have lacked those big, oh my god, spikes, but again, everything's building to this Mania.
WrestleMania wrestling WWE is more than just Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. So I very much like that. We're getting LA Knight and AJ Styles as a focus. Bianca's a focus. Jade's a focus. Like, we're getting the depth. We're getting the layers.
Mm-hmm.
You're damn right. Yeah.
And LA murders the promo.
He's getting his Mania moment in Philadelphia this weekend.
Oh, again, though, a tough one to call. LA, I think LA is going to win. I'm with you. AJ could win.
Right. But that's the thing, is there's nothing that's a slam dunk. Everything is at best.
Oh, we got to talk about
slam dunks.
Look, I had other things to talk about. Dude, we got to talk about
No, you can talk. I'll just drool.
Oh, the Barbie.
Have you ever been jealous of water? I'm now jealous of water.
I've never wanted to be an inflatable before.
I've never been wanted to be a pool or a fucking lounge chair or anything like that until now.
This package is amazing, though.
I got a package that's amazing too. What?
On all of that. Ash by Elegance.
Hey, she did it in kayfabe. Me and Anthony talked about this on Thursday. It was kayfabe, and no one took it as kayfabe.
Why was it kayfabe? What made it kayfabe?
I don't know. Don't question.
Because I didn't think she was kayfabing.
I think she might have not been until she got some backlash.
And people started shitting on her. She's like, just playing.
And she's like, let me dodge.
just playing, my bad.
She's literally said, you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Yeah. That original message was like, bitch, you crazy?
Well, I even mentioned this with Anthony last night as we're getting Bianca coming out here, and her and Naomi all have like it's like when you heat up copper and it just turns all the funky colors and everything, or if you spoiler alert, if you're having a bonfire during the summer and you throw copper or anything like that into your bonfire, it makes it all do weird fucking colors. Bianca and Naomi seem like they have the same gear with this shit. But yeah, I mentioned to Anthony last night, I didn't know of a time or couldn't remember a time to where Dana Brooke and Tiffany were even in the company at the same time together, really. Like that, they would have really intersected.
Yeah. They were both in NXT for a cup of tea, right? When I remember Dana had
literally a cup of tea. So she turned around and sat there and stole all of her moveset. She just downloaded the files. She LimeWired it. She Napstered it.
Well, let's be real. Not only has Tiffany none of us have really seen much out of fucking Dana Brooke for a decade. So
Dana Brooke ain't seen much of Dana Brooke. What?
And can you really, when your moveset is generic, can you really say somebody else has another generic?
I mean, when your moveset is the Swanton Bomb, Jeff Hardy, the handspring elbow, and everything. When your moveset's stolen, can you really say your moveset's stolen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, this lady's doing moves that I do that were based on people that already did them. I'm over it, but nonetheless, back to this. People talking about the Dudley Boys. Listen, I keep saying this, Nick. I think there's going to be a lot of appearances. We've talked about Taker. We've talked about Stone Cold. We've talked about maybe Mick Foley, the Dudleys. Some people have thought the Hardys, even though I think that's far-fetched. Some have thought, other veterans, Hulk Hogan might be there. There is a definite potential. Remember, it's WrestleMania 40. They should be commemorating 40 years of WrestleMania, and I believe they are.
Yeah, and you do that with video packages because Hogan's going to be there at WWE World looking leather as always. Man's looking like a fucking vegan fruit roll-up out there with how fucking tan he is and just unnaturally colored he is. But literally, that man is just 5 shades darker than he ever was born or needed to be.
Yeah.
I don't expect Austin or Cena to show up involved in a match. Maybe they show up in a promo. Maybe you have a moment. He's what? I'm out here getting the best Philly cheesesteak. What? Is it over here? What? Is it over there? What?
Right.
Anything like that. But I can see that. I don't see this whole. We saw even the backlash of when they leaned into The Rock of, well, we're just bringing back part-timers, old-timers that don't need to even be here and everything. So if they're going to do it to 1, little 2, little 3, little 5 people, are we not going to expect that same backlash?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would imagine so, but I got a little sidetracked. What is this? Must be the main event ish.
Yeah, 20 minutes left.
Oh, Nick.
Unless we're going to end it with, Solo or anything like that. But yeah, this has got to end it here. Or
well, that's right. We still have the Solo
blow off afterwards, what have you. But yeah.
It's Stone Cold as the cameraman when Vince was in the ring all over again. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I like it.
Sounded me all confused during the Tiffany segment. I like it. I love it. I like it. I love it.
Nick, correction. It's Rarefied Air, which is a great name, by the way. Jeff could never pull that off.
Yeah, he pulls off the inebriated air. He can't blow into a breathalyzer and fucking start a vehicle. So he's thinking he's out here in North Carolina and Jacksonville. So Jeff definitely couldn't pull that off.
Right.
Speaking of which, well, you were talking to pull it back into everything. You were talking about the Hardy showing up. Jeff's still under contract, so
yeah,
that ain't happening.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. And again,
you have a better chance of Dustin showing up at WrestleMania than you do the Hardy Boys, respectfully.
Yeah. And after like 3-4 years of the Hardys in AEW, I'm not even that jazzed about them coming back.
Yeah, like, what do you got left to see? Oh, so next week we are getting the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And also, in case you're at the Mohegan Sun, you can also make sure you Carter, by the way, that they quickly tried to get the fuck rid of that.
Like,
Oh, we're getting the KO show with special guest Randy Orton and Zelina Vega versus Elektra Lopez. And KJ's going to need a fucking, one of them cooling, towels and everything like that. He's going to have to walk it off there.
Yeah. Nick TMI, my guy. I don't know what that's referring to.
You can have that.
Possibly. Don't forget to like and share. Yes, folks. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you subscribe. If you feel like you know of anybody that loves wrestling, share our link. Let them know. Drop it in chat. Drop it on Reddit. Share the world of the Wrestling for Life Network as we continue to grow. We're heading towards 5K subscribers and climbing.
Absolutely. Well, even if you're like Robert there of, agrees to disagree and everything, but knows that we're still going to have the discussion and respect the opinions and everything like that instead of just, oh, you disagree with me, I'll block you.
Main event time. So the ladies got the main event here on SmackDown with Bianca taking on Dakota Kai, which I like because we're going to get Bayley. We're going to get a whole bunch of other shit. Should be a fun end of this show. And again, where everyone's like, oh, this whole Mania has been about The Rock. I think they've done a good job, especially tonight, of making it about everything but The Rock. Like we remind everybody it's happening, but let's talk about Bayley. Let's talk about the other ones involved. Let's talk about the other matches.
Right. And that's the thing is like we've said, everyone will sit there and say, well, it's all about The Rock. It's all about the bloodline. It's all about Cody and everything. Why don't they focus more on that? Well, they focus more on that. Well, why didn't they have The Rock? Why didn't they have Cody? Why didn't they have Roman? I see there's no pleasing you people. Fickle fucks.
KJ, Nick, anyone else has Hulkamania officially ended? Long time ago?
I think it ended a long time ago.
You know what I'm starting to think since Jade Cargill had an undefeated streak in AEW, y'all think she should take the undefeated streak to WrestleMania. They might just let her beat it to piss off Goldberg one more time.
And they had this chick beat my undefeated streak. Her name was Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill, she's the one that broke it. Like, yeah, no.
And folks, we will take your predictions on this one. Do you got Dakota Kai? Do you got Bianca Belair? Who do you got? I got Joe Bear. That's who he got. Bianca by DQ. Bianca Belair for the win. I kind of want Dakota to win.
I'm almost halfway thinking of Dakota wins because of you get the little interference here. As right now we're getting not exactly the three amigos, but the three suplexes in a row. But you could have Dakota win because damage control gets involved, and that's what sets up the match. But on a side note, I thought of it, and it just came to me because I Googled it. Of Bianca just looks like, you remember the Rainbow Fish, like children's book?
Yeah.
That's Bianca Belair's attire and everything right now. Just everything's kind of shiny and multicolored and just halfway purpley bluish something or other.
Right. Well, yeah, we go to commercial break, folks. Dakota Kai on the Bianca Belair is on the floor. We are in commercial break. Commercial time. That is one person that I would like to see less in wrestling than Goldberg is Ryback. The only streak Ryback has is in his underpants, and that's about it.
The fact that you said less instead of never again, I commend you on that, because I would say never again. I don't ever need to see that human being again.
No, I really scratches my head to why people listen to him.
I've seen enough of that fucking globe-shaped fucking cranium sit there and eat Ruffles potato chips and everything. Right. I don't need to see anymore.
Why are there people seated in the upper level? I thought I like that. That's funny, Scott. Do you actually put people up there? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, no, they're out there just waiting. They're secret agents. They're hidden.
Right. This has come up a couple times. Otis deserves, or should Otis win the Andre Battle Royal?
We don't even know who's in it.
Yeah, facts.
How did that come about?
I don't know. He's a big dude.
Otis, just because. No, Lash Legend should win it. She fucking body slammed Otis. She's done the most Andre thing.
Right. Well,
Andre Hogan.
Maybe Bronson. Bronson should be a favorite for this one.
Yeah, well, Bronson's got to do some, my guy. Like, some. Like, Mans wasn't at Elimination Chamber. Mans isn't on WrestleMania. You got to do something.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Post-Mania, he'll get rolling. Big win over Sammy last week. It's a pecking order, man, and the WWE stacked. So
yeah, but so if we're going to call a spade across everything, though, that was the lowest viewed segment on Monday Night Raw. Not Jade or not Candice and whatever the fuck. It was the Sammy Bronson match. Everybody kind of just tuned out for that.
Yeah, because it feels a little more mid-card than main event, and at the end of the day, it ends up being an okay match. But yeah, and I mean, I think we got time with Bronson. Like, there's a lot to be done there. So
fair.
Jade versus Belair, biggest women WrestleMania pop next year. Could be.
We're back in action as a big suspended suplex from Bianca on the Dakota. Camp up.
Boston, they are doing one next Friday. We will be here live for the Andre Battle Royal.
I feel like man waited until he heard us talk about that, and it's just like, I hope they're not doing it. Like, we literally told you they're doing
it. Dave, break Otis from Alpha Academy, turn him into a beast, turn him beast mode with Bronson and Otis. Sounds like an old cop show. Bronson and Otis.
Sounds like well, a little bit like Heavy Machinery. And what's the team there in AEW?
Hang and Tank?
No, that's NXT with AEW.
Oh, and AEW, the Bears?
Yeah, something like that. So where they started to get really like, let's get physical. They started to get really kind of halfway perverted with the names and everything.
Wow, nice reversal by Dakota to get out of the
And
way.
Dakota pulling on the braid, which is again always interesting and still at times I feel a forgotten aspect of any Bianca match. Oh, glam slam.
Out. I like it. Braun maybe returns to Battle Royal. I'd like that. Let's go. There it is.
1, 2. Oh, kick out.
Can NXT be in the Andre Battle Royal? I don't see why not, but I have no idea how they're going to do it.
Right. Well, as we're getting an advertisement in the bottom corner for WWE Speed.
So weird to say.
Well,
The Speed Champion. Pause. Like, wait a minute. Hold up.
Tony Khan, looking at you.
Oh, Dakota rolls through, shooting Bianca into the turnbuckle.
Stomp to the back, draped over. I say Bronson wins Andre Memorial Battle Royal since he wasn't on the Elimination Chamber. Does Andrade win the Andrade?
The Andrade Battle Royal.
The Andrade Memorial Battle Royal. El Ídolo.
I'm down for a Lucha Battle Royal.
Right. It's Tranquilo.
Got that.
Oh, well, no. Somebody pointed out that she actually just hit Jade's.
Yeah, she did
and anything. I thought it was the Glam Slam. Yeah.
It is the Glam Slam. That's what Jade copied.
Yeah. Well, where's Beth Phoenix out there just making the tweets?
Still waiting for Beth to show up on AEW and beat up Nick Wayne's mom. It hasn't happened.
Oh, yeah. But that's, the Iron Savages. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, they were Bear Country or Bear Mountain.
Yeah, Bear Country, Bear Grylls.
Or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Bear Country. I thought they were going to be a big deal. Well, they're big. Country. The deal might wait to be seen.
Oh.
But they're definitely big.
That's how you sell a forearm exchange, ladies. Daniel says I got a funny reason of feeling that Von Wagner wins it. Could you imagine?
Well, Larry out here saying over Femi.
Now that to me is more believable than Dakota getting caught on the top.
Oh, KOD.
Look, grabbing the ropes. I love it.
Oh yeah, and I don't like that because that was a little too long of like, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
For what?
Well, no, to where they had Bianca draped over the ropes and Bailey or Dakota was going for the knee, and Bianca was like clearly looking at her.
Okay.
Like minor things at this point.
Yeah, I thought it flowed pretty comfortably, but yeah, maybe I to each their own.
Minor superplex.
Good
and
match.
Bianca even selling that she might have caught the worst out of that superplex, where she's sitting there folded like an accordion.
It's nice to see Dakota back, and I mean, again, if she can perform like this, she's going to do well. We're going to see a lot more of her. So we know her trials and tribulations, and she hanging tough now with a former women's.
Oh, spear! Goldberg's going to be pissed.
They let some girl do my move.
This Bianca Belair.
KOD.
1, 2, 3. As last minute, day late, and a dollar short comes.
Yeah, your teammates suck.
Bro, she's coming out here swinging on an umbrella. You Mary fucking Poppins, Joshi Bobbins out here.
Naomi. I think they're setting up Jade here, my guys.
Oh, they have to be. Naomi completing the fucking Tron Futurama fucking attire here.
Kabuki dookies.
Don't say that. Don't say that too much. We'll take that.
Like, were they in catering? Like, hey, we got to help our friend. And they're like, I'm just finishing my meal. 1 second.
They're like, who has an umbrella that we can attack them with?
Ella,
hey. Well, hey, you need an umbrella if the storm's rolling in.
Ah, touche.
Oh, point ahead, look smart. Joshi Poppins. Well, which we'll get into this when we start to get into Rampage, but can anyone explain to me the 6-woman tag match that's been announced for Supercard of Honor? Because I can't.
The Yoshi Delight?
Who are they?
Right? And here she comes.
Hey!
Jade will be at WrestleMania.
Bro, she changed gear.
And she looks just as good.
Oh, this some Beyonce. No, she looks extra good. This some Beyonce. This some under my Jade Bella.
She doesn't run. She doesn't look frantic, calm, cool, collected. Let's get going. Let's go.
I know your girl, Beth Phoenix, was the Glamazon, but if there's the definition of the Glamazon, it is Jade Cargill, and I'm all for death by snoo.
They'd all be in that like Wonder Woman tribe. They'd all be like, the
she's an Amazonian. Like I said, I'm fully there for death by snoo. She's out here just getting destroying and pinning. And
and licking.
My God. That said, hey, Rhea, I know you do the stupid sexy Rhea pin. I can take that and just elevate it to a whole nother level.
She looked good, folks. That's how you end the night.
But that's what it seems to be where we're getting at WrestleMania. Is Team Damage Control versus, as MDB says, Team Yams.
Team Yams, yes.
Team on team versus Team Damage Control.
Larry, I'm not clicking on that one. Keep down, boy.
No.
Jade is awesome.
Don't make me get the hose. Don't make me get the hose.
The hose in this house.
The hose in this house. The hose in this house.
Jade just did the LL Cool J thing. Man, it was awesome till you mentioned the LL Cool J thing.
Bro, no, just that outfit. Like, I know that there's suspension of disbelief in pro wrestling, and there's suspension of disbelief when it comes to Jade's attire, and I don't know which one is harder to grasp.
You're like, how is all that staying where it is?
It's you want that to not stay where it is. You never wanted a botch more in your life.
Come on, Janet. Ladies and gentlemen,
the freaks come out at night.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of SmackDown. We will be sticking around for Rampage coming up momentarily. Give us your rating out of 10 on SmackDown tonight. How did you feel about it? Very interesting show. Not a whole lot of like big moments, like where like other than the ending. But it was a very consistent show from start to finish. Like it just kind of cruised along.
You had and I'll say this fully pun intended, you had a lot of moments that rose to the occasion. I'll say that.
Oh, wait, that's tennis.
Nah, I got Transformers. I got Optimus Prime out here sending me off to make me feel guilty about my thoughts.
Well, I mean, speaking of more than meets the eye, big ending to the show tonight. Jade comes out to help. It looks like Jade's going to have a spot at WrestleMania, and she looked good. Damage Control. I like this setup. We're going to assume that this will be an official match momentarily. You'll be all right, my guy. Yeah, I mean, I thought tonight's show was good, and we'll see where it goes from here, man.
Yes, we will, as you made me break my shit.
Yeah, don't break your shit.
Technical difficulties here on the production side. But yeah, no, I was trying to hit the cough, the laugh button. But yeah.
Bullet Jacqueline. Oh, as Rampage is kicking off. I guess no women tag title defense at Mania. No, they will be in a. Looks like they'll be in a 3-person match, which I'm okay with. Does anyone really? Do you need a women's tag match? No, we're good. We're good.
If it wasn't a women's, like if it wasn't the women's tag titles, would anyone be fucking impressed or anything? Like that's the thing.
No, and again, I think historically we've seen where there's 8-man tags and other options. Like not every belt had to be on the line. Every champion was kind of involved in something, but at times you get involved in other shit. And I'm okay with this. Still has your tag team champions on the show, even though they're probably going to lose, and Jade's going to look like a star at the end of it all. But it works for me.
And again, we've talked about this at multiple times of pro wrestling does not end. WWE does not end at WrestleMania 40. Like there is things that happen beyond then. Like this is not, I know we joke and talk about how this is like Infinity War and fucking Endgame and everything.
It really
but
is.
This isn't the end of the MCU here. There is still stories past this.
Right. I want to put Nick on the spot. Who would you pick if Tiffany wrestled Jade?
In a straight up singles match, are we going what I would book? There's layers. I'm gonna fucking find every avenue out I can.
Straightforward question. My man's is like, well, is it raining out? What city
right.
in?
Did the sun rise in the east and set in the west, or did it rise in the west and set in the east? You don't know.
Yeah.
Can we say draw? Can I say a draw?
I mean, it feels like a cop-out, but I understand it's a hard one to pick.
Well, no, I mean, if we're going straight up right now, honestly, respectfully, I'd take Tiffany.
Ooh, I'm going Jade. A 10 out of 10 SmackDown. Mommy Cargill cited. There you go. 8.25 from MDB. Just check it, didn't miss anything. All right, who's pulling up my search history? Nobody.
Randolph, what up?
7 out of 10, 8.25, 0 out of 10, no Trish. Facts, not even mentioned her tonight. 8 out of 10, SmackDown. SmackDown 7.5, 7 for the show, 10 out of 10 for Jade, 6 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And again, I think when people were going to criticize, like people who jumped on Twitter and such early, oh, Jade just comes out, signs the contract, says 12 words and leaves. That was shit. But she said a few words and then let her actions speak at the end of the show. To me, both of them together worked very, very strong tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And Christ, she did the Young Bucks thing of she changed the tire midway through the show. And even then, we've had everybody of, well, when are they going to use Jade? See, they fumbled Jade. They aren't even using her. They don't fucking believe in her and everything. Yeah. And she came out here and basically was the goddamn show. Like, respectfully, the biggest things that happened tonight on SmackDown involved Jade Cargill.
Yeah, not a bad argument. As just for everyone's knowledge out there, we got Dustin taking on the Butcher to open Rampage tonight.
Yes, we've got Cody's brother taking on KJ's naval cousin.
Oh, a dragon screw on the outside that looked clunky and not comfortable. 7.5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Let's effing go on All Goddess Faction. There you go. Team Bad 2.0. Very solid WrestleMania building. I like it.
Right.
So, Tony, that's what can happen when you actually train someone to wrestle instead of throwing them out there and trying to get by on their look.
Facts.
Oh my God. Yeah, everyone fucking pumped about Jade. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10 says 123 Kid. 8 out of 10 says Steven. A lot. So Raw and SmackDown cooked this week based on what I'm seeing.
Nick, Boston. At least I know somebody who is at least within statewide distance who will make sure I will not cease to be. Do not die. I will not allow it.
Definitely posting pictures if he gives you mouth to mouth. 8 out of 10. I hope Jade is not a transformer. She's definitely more than meets the eye, though.
Oh, she transformed, my guy. And she made, instead of Optimus Prime, she made Optimus Rise.
Autobots.
Autobots roll out.
I'll give it an 8. The Jade segment was epic. That puts it up. They're at an 8. No Cody, no Bloodline, except for the Jimmy Solo, and of course the replays to remind everybody. And again, you needed the superstars to take a breather, and they will be back on Monday. But we needed to let everything else play out tonight. AJ gets the big spot. LA gets to shine a little tonight. The women got to shine mostly. Even Bailey beating up Io was well done.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he even says, I don't think that was a great move. And I thought that's exactly what we're going to get. We got people that, well, they're only focusing on Cody and Roman and The Rock and everything. Okay, so shifts the focus to other stories. Well, they didn't have Cody, Roman, and The Rock. What the fuck? Like, no, they're trying to actually build the rest of the WrestleMania. They're trying to add layers upon layers with this shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, that gets a little bit of the goalpost moving at times of like when it's heavy, Cody, Rock, Roman. Oh, that's all we're getting. That's the whole WrestleMania is built around these guys. Yeah, the main event guys. Yeah, makes sense. But then when they're not, when they take a back seat, they're like, well, why weren't they there? You're like, fuck, just watch the show. Cheer.
Facts.
Jade greater than Tiffany. Ooh.
Right. And shout out Joe Black, by the way, the bane of my existence in fantasy football.
WrestleMania is the beginning of the new stories. I'm kind of over stories. Can we stop telling stories?
I like stories. But no, it's the season finale.
Kind of, yeah.
Unlike other 3-letter promotions, I won't say anything specifically, but you can read between the lines of it's just, this is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
That's going to be in my fucking head. I'm so mad at you.
You're welcome.
10 out of 10, Tiffy and Jade. 8. I think I'm at an 8 tonight. I think overall, like, I'll just jump the line here. Start to finish. I mean, again, it wasn't, there was no big peaks. Like, I know the ending was really great. Yeah, oh, that's really cool. But again, it wasn't like when I think 10 out of 10, perfect show. It's just, you know, you're sitting on the edge of your seat for a large chunk of it. I thought the matches we got were solid. I thought the stories that everything was building to is solid. Well done. Really entertaining. Really fast 2 hours.
Especially with what we got with Monday, I could give it a 7.5. I think everything with Jade, giving it the benefit of the doubt, I'll bump it to an 8. But yeah, it's one of those. And the thunder roll and the lightning strike. Dun, dun. Everything with Jade, I think, really set up very well, especially with that's been the point of contention of, well, what are they going to do with Jade? See, they're just waiting on her. See, they don't have any faith in her. They're not using her. This, that, and the third.
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas, I just want to point out, this is not the best of
scripts. That's not good mess.
Yeah, that's not a, no, we didn't do well.
It should be the other way. If you do that, reverse it.
Back it up and reverse it. But Tiffany would look great putting Jade over. Again, that's the future of your women's division. Tiffany's going to be a champion. Jade's going to be a champion. Io's still kicking around. Dakota was great tonight.
I can't wait to watch Jade versus Tiffany at WrestleMania 42 in probably either Las Vegas, Minnesota, New York, or name your local city.
Facts. Braun Breaker wins the Andre Battle Royal. Very possible. Actually, I like that, Smile Mark. If he's in it, he wins it.
I would take someone like Bronson or anything like that before I take Braun.
No way, especially with the package they gave us last week, his couple squash wins. He comes out and fucking dominates.
That's just one more thing that him and Corbin can fucking have to that they share together. They both won it and done fucking all with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I think that I like that call, Smile Mark.
I literally just helped your argument while hating on it.
There you go. What is your ratings? Yeah, I'm right there with you. I give it a solid 8. I really enjoyed the show. And I think Nick and I have said this a lot of times here, is when the show's fast, when it clicks, it's a good night.
when it keeps a pace, when we're doing this live and feel like we have to rush through and keep up with it and everything, because everything's drawing your attention and moving along, versus we've been here even for hour shows and they feel like 3-hour shows.
I love that you looked over your page.
No, right, just saying, not saying anything. I know you hear me, but just saying.
This match still going on, by the way. Not a bad match between Butcher and Dustin. I mean, a decent match. Like two vets.
Yeah, it's definitely a match.
It's not bad though.
It's a match.
It definitely is.
That's the most you can get me to say about this. It is a match.
There you go. Well, I will say that not too bad for the two veteran fellas.
We're trying to feel like I can read this out first here before I say it. No, moving on. Tiffany from Minnesota did not know. So I need to just go hush. 9.9 out of 10 prediction champion. Boston calling you out on your shit. KJ, what? You gave Raw an 8. Make this make sense to me. This SmackDown was as good as Raw. Hey, I've been waiting that this has happened to where people are now calling us out on our ratings.
Bring it. No, I think they were both 8s. I mean, I think the downfall of Raw.
You cannot say that they were on par. You're not about to say that to me.
I mean, again, on a scale, I give them both 8s. I didn't even remember giving I thought I gave an 8.5 to be 100% honest with you. So I think Raw I've nudged slightly higher. I think there's more stuff because of the 3-hour show that I can take marks off of on Raw than SmackDown. I mean, again, do you want me to give it a 7.5? I'll turn into Meltzer.
You're gonna say something critical about what I get, so fuck you.
But yeah, no, I think they're both quality. I enjoyed both shows. I do think I gave slightly higher on Raw, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
8 versus 3 hours versus 8 versus 2 hours. I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I really, really liked Raw. I thought it banged. Again, I think there was more stuff on Raw that I would have took points off of. Just wow, big crossroads. But yeah, there was just a few more things on Raw. Raw had higher peaks for me. Like it hit a higher level of like the
cool. It had higher highs and lower lows.
Yeah, I think I put it that way.
There you go. Don't mind me. I'm gonna see if I can get closer to where you are at on Collision.
There it goes. Dustin Rhodes picks up the W. Decent match, and they remind us that tomorrow will be a Adam Copeland TNT Open Challenge
versus Dustin Rhodes.
Probably.
I feel like as we're gonna get Thunder Rosa versus Lady Frost, by the way, which also Lady Frost will be in the Bloodsport tournament that Josh Barnett announced. It's gonna be Lady Frost, Lindsay Snow, who's a previous winner, Marina Shafir.
Shut up.
No, what?
Keep going.
I'm down to one name, and that's when you fucking cut me off, and I can't remember.
Right? Who's next? We go from Frost to Snow. What's next?
Literally, I was down to one name, and I can't fucking remember now because Captain Cuckalots over there.
The Bullet Club is in somebody's house, by the way. Billy Guns? Oh, okay. We got a
Airbnb. So the gun club is just fucking up their own house? What?
Well, kind of.
Like, we live here. Like, they're on the fucking TV. Like, that's not playing at all, but yeah.
Well, Mom has to clean it. Come on, Mom.
Right, but they're like, we finally crawled out of the basement, so we're gonna fuck up the fucking kitchen and the living room where we're not allowed.
Right.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about Max Caster, by the way, right now. Man has just gone fucking social pariah on Twitter.
This whole storyline, they put them together. And what? Wait, you mean the heel team that we decided to be friends with? We're not getting along with?
They're
Oh my
actually
God.
heels. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Raw was a 9 out of 10 this week. There you go. There you go.
Bro, what fucking TV do they have? Like, I can't watch movies in a cinema that look this fucking high quality that they have with this Dynamite footage. Like, this has got to be so much like After Effects shit.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but hey, Jade made SmackDown tonight.
Billy showed up. What
Yeah.
the? Boy, you have the baseball bat. You were about to swing on TV. You have every advantage. Why the fuck are you running like a chicken shit pussy?
We need Dustin at Mania. A lot of people have said that. It would be nice, but it's not going to happen. Raw was 9. Why the main event is Roderick Strong versus Daddy Magic in an eliminator match. Wait, that's an eliminator match?
I thought it was for a title.
Interesting. Fair can't argue with the subject. Listen, little secret, Boston.
Yeah, it's for the it's a title eliminator. Sorry, I thought it was for the title.
Right. I don't remember what I gave any of the shows. Raw's 100 and
Lord, as we just say things.
Roderick Strong versus Daddy Magic is the main event of Rampage. Got that. 9 out of 10. All right. The Fiend is back. All right. The good leg.
I want to know about the bad leg.
It was insanely epic. There you go. There you go. What is up with people going to other people's houses? Well, we saw one show do it. Why not do it on another show?
Well, and again, do you not forget, like, well, some people might forget. I feel like neither of us do, to where you'd have, you almost feel like you couldn't order a pizza growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s because you never knew if it was going to be Triple H, Randy Orton, whatever latest heel is going to be the one delivering your pizza. And he's going to rip off this mask and just start, bah, 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 in the face and everything. So I think this isn't an uncommon thing. I think it's just when you make it make sense. And granted, though, Billy Gunn just showed up and just said, what the hell is going on here? Like, Dad showed up as the punk kids are trying to raise a ruckus. And then, oh shit, Dad's home and ran. Like, bro, you're like 30-something years old. You have a baseball bat. Like, he's not your dad. Why are you acting like you're about to get taken to the fucking woodshed?
That's the thing. Jay White is not his kid. Like, I understand if his kids are like, shit, Dad's home, which is still, you're a little old for it, but nonetheless.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that Jay White should at least, hit him with the bat and then run away.
Bro, just start wailing on, like, yeah, it's just, there's so much, like, to me, it's just, I wish a motherfucker would. Like, I thought that was the whole concept of that promo. And then when someone said, I would, they ran away.
Right. What do you think AEW viewing figures will be WrestleMania weekend? Like for Collision?
Bad and worse.
Not good.
Can I say 0?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I at least say 0, I can't be too low.
Right. I'm not going to go over.
I can't go over.
It is smart using Dustin with Cody Rhodes being in WrestleMania build. Good attention for AEW. Yeah, but that's why it's not going to happen because it might slightly benefit AEW.
No, you missed the comment to an extent, I feel, of they're saying that they're using Dustin now because Cody's getting attention, so people will tune in because Rhodes, and then haha.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Dustin Rhodes fighting Butcher on Rampage, I don't think will correlate, but maybe.
Fair.
Bit of a reach, if that's what the point was. I'm very interested in who answers Adam Copeland's challenge tomorrow. I have no idea. Nothing's leaked that I know of, so I do not know who it's going to be. Probably Dustin.
Instead of the Edge, it's going to be Bono from U2. He's going to stand up for the Edge's name.
It's probably going to be fucking Nick Wayne or Killshot or...
I liked how you said someone who's not even there. Kill switch.
Yeah, whatever. That guy.
It won't engage.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think that's fair, big dog. Every wrestling company does angles where guys show up. Yeah, I mean, again, it's so interesting because we really don't know who's copying who. Are they getting ideas from each other? Probably. But I don't really think it's your best strategy to go, oh, they did it, let's do it too. More times than not, that's going to backfire. But yeah, there's definitely cause to question it at times.
Execution is what matters to me, not who did it, who fucking came up with it, who fucking whatever. It's all on how you execute. You can have 10 teams in the NFL, or even, well, we got the NHL playoffs and everything like that going on. You could have 10 teams in the NHL that drop the same play. But if 2 teams can execute it, those are 2 teams that can fucking win with that. Mm-hmm. That's how it is.
I got Deonna Purrazzo in the ring, taking on Lady No Entrance. Rose. Just Rose. Never let go, Jack. You
remain.
Billy.
My piranha, my power, my pain, baby.
Dustin making a run in would be epic.
Bro, she looks like a fucking Buzz Lightyear and just a Rose like had a child.
Right? The cosplay is killing me.
You're not a real wrestler. You're not an actual wrestler. You're a toy. Bro, she's out here barefoot.
All right.
Like, I don't want to disrespect this woman because I even saw her posted like, "Thank you, Tony Khan."
Yeah. Oh, I know. But maybe the Buzz gear was not the best choice.
Baby, I compare it to a kiss from a rose.
I didn't see that, Boston, so I can't make a call on it. Hey, Nick, you 2 called from a place called Vertigo. They said, hell no. How old?
Well, are you sure they dialed the right number? Because if they called from Vertigo, they might be confused as to what number they dialed.
Did they call you on a red Motorola? Remember that? What happens if Cody gets injured?
I was trying to remember a U2 song, and then I remembered I don't like the band, so I couldn't remember one.
Sunday Bloody Sunday might be the only one.
That sounds like a Slayer song.
Slayed, all right. What happens if Cody gets injured night 1? Maybe Damian makes an announcement that he'd cash in. Something I'm sure everything will be fine, though just thinking. Well, I mean, that's a tough one to call because you're really hoping that there's no injuries. That's the tricky part with all of this buildup of, why are they not giving us a 5-star Meltzer Classic? Well, because they're saving it.
Well, yeah, and it's more interesting of if Seth gets injured because he's the one that's, hanging on a quad and a prayer. So, well, did you even hear to where Kenny Omega, Kenneth Omega, sat there and came out and was pissed off that a lot of matches lately had gotten 5-star ratings that he felt, even against good old Uncle Dave, didn't deserve 5-star ratings.
And he's right. It feels like more and more, even including, look, I shit on Brian Alvarez all the time, but even he's starting to fight with Dave more of like, Dave, are you on drugs? Like, more and more people, including people that were close to Meltzer.
Is it fight with him or is it dealing with like senile grandpa?
It is, because like even like what was it the other day of like the whole thing that was going around with him, like like the one of the dumbest fucking things out of anyone's mouth I've heard in a long time, where Alvarez says, "Well, the House of Black not being in the tag tournament, it doesn't make sense," and he goes, "You're right. It doesn't make logical sense. It makes wrestling logical sense." Dave Meltzer, shut the fuck up. That is dumb. Why are you speaking this way? We are not stupid. Again, it's like
he was talking about why the BCC wasn't in there after they just beat FTR.
Yeah, but it's like this thing where even when you got him cornered, he won't just concede. He won't just go, I'm wrong. My bad. It's an idiot.
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. He's just.
Now he made me had to pee.
There you go. You can pause for the cause as KJ is going to go and find a kiss from a rose out here. As I've got Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuoso, out here just laying in elbows out here on Rose. Now, personal thing, is it always weird when someone just is a name? They don't have a last name. They don't have anything beyond that. They're just odd name. As Rose is tapping out, I guess she got caught up in the thorns of Deonna Purrazzo here. Oh, sorry, Dave. David. What happened? We already talked about that. Daniel Meltzer loves ambiguity. His two favorite words are plans change. That way he's never wrong. But even then, when he fully has it spelt out, he's wrong. He refuses to acknowledge it. Like, that's the thing, is we don't pretend to be journalists. We're out here giving our opinions just the same as if we were sitting on bar stools. But if we're incorrect on anything, if we misreport anything, if we go with something that we were led to believe that wasn't true, we'll acknowledge it. Unlike Dave, who's supposed to be one of the most credible people with this shit. That's the problem. As we're getting a replay of Ospreay and Shibata from earlier this week. Cupcake City versus Cake City. Mama Reigns versus Mama Rhodes. I'm not going to lie. I would put money on Mama Rhodes. Or Mama Reigns. Sorry. Excuse me. Caught up. But, yeah, I would put money on Mama Reigns. Bloodline. As Maria May coming out right now, she's literally... Can we just acknowledge this and talk about this? How do we feel that Maria May's whole gimmick coming into, like, everything about her since she's come into AEW is not... Oh, I mean, on one hand, it works. I know the Toni Storm shit's halfway grown on me, and every time I like it, tears at me because it's so camp. But everything with Maria May is not anything about Maria May. It's just, how good is Toni Storm? That's what I feel is a bit of the issue here. Literally, she comes out to Toni Storm's music in Toni Storm's attire as Toni Storm comes out here and is going to cut a promo. And again, this is when my existential crisis kicks in here. Do we see the black and white? Do they see the black and white? Is this just an us thing? Is this a them thing? Who knows what's going on with this? But how are we feeling that Maria May is pretty much just there to be Toni Storm? Honestly, I feel we haven't had a good Toni Storm match since he's taken over this gimmick. And Maria May, I know that's part of it, is that she's supposed to be there to start to outshine her, but she's already done it, I feel, faster than they've anticipated. Because even the Deonna Purrazzo Toni Storm match wasn't great. Hi, you look confused.
Yeah, I was just trying to... You think Mariah May is outshining Toni Storm?
When's the last good Toni Storm match you remember?
When's the last good Mariah May match?
When's the last Mariah May match?
Exactly. So how's she outshining
her? If she's coming... You're telling me that...
I think she's playing the perfect role right now. I think she's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. It wasn't.
I'm not disagreeing with the role, but I guess it's more of... I'm more of getting upset with what they're doing with Toni Storm. Of, like, even the Deonna match was not great. Like, I got over with the character, even though I thought it was initially too camp, because okay, maybe we'll have some good matches, and now we haven't had good matches, so now it's just it's a lot of character work, and
That's it though. Like, I mean, again, I think that's what AEW lacks is more wrestlers that have a character that aren't just like, well, they go in the ring and they do some stuff. Like, she legitimately is built around a character, which I mean, again, it gets a little too camp at times, but at least it's, to me, she's the standout of the women's division.
well,
I,
and that also happily becomes
I'd be mad that Mercedes is getting more money than me if I was her.
Fair enough, but well, it becomes a question. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I apologize.
No, that's good.
But do you not, at least if you're going to be that much character and everything, do you at least need a dance partner? And I feel like she's been lacking. KJ came in and shut all that down. Boston, shut the fuck up. But has she not had a dance partner or anything like that? Like, that's the thing, is I think you need somebody that can be that counterbalance, that counterpoint. Like we were praising Chris Statlander when she dropped the TNT title to allegedly move up to the main women's division, the main title, to go back to the TNT title.
Well, that's the big problem where you sign a big star like Sasha, and instead of going after Tony to give her a viable storyline and a viable battle, you legitimately have her fighting fucking for your mid card belt that nobody gives a shit about, and Tony's kind of floating in the abyss. You need good bad guys. You need good guys. You need solid talent to push the talent. If you don't have a rival that is pushing you and chasing you, then it doesn't mean a whole shit.
Well, and I think that the Purrazzo match underperformed and didn't deliver on that. Like, we were expecting that to be the 1A to 1B, and instead it became 1A to like 4C type shit.
I'm just
like sorry.
Go.
I will agree with you before I take a pause here. I think we're halfway fast tracking because that's going to be the only option, and the best option that we have left is Mariah May versus Toni Storm here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is definitely in the works. I do like the fact that now she's mimicking Toni Storm. I don't mind it at all because, again, it kind of got that Mickie James, Trish Stratus vibe, but you have to pay it off at some point. And again, neither woman is done a whole lot to be excited about. So it's a tough one.
Yeah, let's be honest about this, but I'll be right back.
KJ followed the owl. Is that a Gatsby reference? I feel like that's a Gatsby reference. Laugh my ass. Yeah, that's BS. Toni Storm's character is absolute genius. Again, there's not enough characters in AEW. They have a lot of talent. They have a lot of good wrestlers, but Toni Storm is legitimately a character that you can, you understand what she's doing. Now, what you need is solid baby faces that people truly believe in, that truly want to see her taken down. And Luther and Mariah May and her own cheating ways continue to stop the baby faces from taking her belt. And if they can do that, that's great. But what ends up happening is you feel a little flat with some of the wrestlers and some of the battles because of the lack of really strong competition. Purrazzo is Taya Valkyrie all over again. Now she can do better, has done better, but signs with a certain company and goes over like a fart in church. Again, I agree with you, my friend. I love Deonna Purrazzo. I love Taya Valkyrie. I really think, and we saw the AEW fans turned on Taya Valkyrie. The AEW fans have turned on Thunder Rosa. The AEW fans have turned a little bit on Purrazzo at times. And I think there's a lot of talent there, but you're not presenting them well. And again, you need to get them in rivalries. You need to get them in stories and angles. And you got to put them up against people that battle. You got to put them up against, where people are very intrigued. And it doesn't always You know, it's not about having match after match after match. We've seen it with we just saw it with what they did with Jade. Jade didn't have to have a match to get over. Jade came out, signed her contract, cut a few words, came back out later, looked like a badass, and kept on moving. And that is the simplicity of it. And it's the one thing that Tony really has to figure out. And maybe someone like Jennifer Pepper Bottom or whatever the fuck will help with. I don't know, but that is lacking. Mariah May, Tony Storm at least dig into the character idea of things and, you know, give a reason for people to kind of, you know, raise their eyebrows when they come out and it means something. They just don't have any competition. Rampage is better than SmackDown, let's be honest. But clearly. Yeah, I'm with you, Vance, 100% on that. That guy drives me up the wall. Not exactly a job. KJ looked into an eclipse and presto, instant. Do it yourself. I got magic in the hands. It's just poof, right? Maybe the glasses were just a prop. KJ never wore glasses. Thank you, Bashay. Got everybody confused now. Monet is a character, just not a good one. Facts. Mercedes Moné, when she made the comment about one day I'm going back to the WWE, I thought that was their opportunity. Maybe not in Boston, maybe not for her debut, but I think she could have teased it in her debut. And then when they left Boston last week, this week, if Mercedes Moné was to be a heel, she's better at it. It's more naturally. She gives off that persona of being a heel, naturally a heel. And if they dig into that, where she acts pretentious because she acts like she owns the world because she thinks she does. If you played into that arrogance, that attitude, that swagger, if you would, then it might actually help her get over with the crowd. I'm better than you. You guys should be grateful I'm here. You guys should be grateful that I decided to come to this company. There's nobody in this division that can touch me. Then when you have a babyface come after her of how dare you, now people are invested because now they want to see Sasha get her ass kicked. Speaking of getting their ass kicked, I got Soraya's brother fighting with Angelo Parker in the back. The ongoing saga of tell me more is in full swing here. As Angelo Parker has a pipe. And not the one you think. Mercedes Moné can't make the women's division better herself. That's not what she thinks. Oh. Now Ruby and Angelo are fighting. Oh, he didn't listen to his girlie. He's in trouble. Oh, big kiss. Oh. I guess they're breaking up. Tell me more. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening here, folks. But Ruby not happy with Angelo. She can't do it anymore. Breaking his heart. That's because Monet sucks and won't elevate talent. Damien. I think you run into a dilemma, guys. And you guys can let me know if you're listening to me right now. If you have Mercedes, and all Mercedes cares about is herself and how she presents and getting herself over. Doesn't really care about the other division. She wants her money. She made her bank. Then you have a Jericho. Then you have an EVP, two of them. And all they care about is themselves. Then you have a Moxley who doesn't give a fuck about anybody. If you bring in all these individuals and all they give a fuck about is themselves, it shows. Shows in the booking. It shows in the lack of good booking. It shows in your ability to give the fans what they want and what they deserve. The best example that has hindered AEW in their history is the CM Punk Young Bucks situation. Multiple reports that Punk was willing to play ball. Multiple reports that Punk wanted to turn it into business. The fight happened. Let's be adults. Let's get over it. And because all you give a fuck about is yourself, you see things going wrong. You see Jericho constantly draining any type of shine that young talent has. You see the EVPs avoiding groups like FTR because FTR is getting more cheers than us, so we're not going to get in the ring with them because we're the best in the world. And if we get in the ring with them, then people may know we're not. That is a big issue. They're not all rowing the boat in the same direction. They're not all working together. It's not a team, and the captain of the ship is not directing them as a team. He has them all over the place, and it's not working. They need to fix it. And it doesn't matter who they bring in. You can sign Drew McIntyre. You can sign Finn Balor. You can sign Sheamus. I don't care who they sign. It's always going to work the way it is. Because every time you bring in a big name that could do big things, they get pushed down the chart. Ask the House of Black. Ask Miro. Ask CM Punk. The people that never got the respect they deserved. And the more they bring in from WWE, there will be more talent that feel the same way. And when we're going to get fucking Hook and Jericho having some type of, soon-to-be feud because it's not going to work out, it hurts the company. It hurts what you're presenting. You have better out there. There's better opportunities there. FTR, I know people think they were one of the best, if not the best tag team in 21, in 22. Some people said 23, but they've been pretty inept, pretty quiet. And the company itself has to find a way to elevate the stars. If they don't, they got problems. I want Aubrey versus Mercedes to form a tag team. Their theme would be the intro to Mr. Ed. I like that, Daniel. Mercedes heel is awesome. That's what I would have done. I would have found a way to make her a heel. Speaking of heels.
Yeah, sorry, I came back because I heard you talking about how AEW can sign whoever, and it's not going to help. Because if you keep adding whoever, whatever talent, any talent into a broken system, they just become another cog in the broken fucking system.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. You get chewed up by the machine. And I will ask you, and I will ask everybody that's watching us, and it's not an AW bashing thing. What was, to you, to the audience, the biggest thing that broke the system in AW? Like that, what really sent it on this spiral, on this trajectory that it is?
I think the biggest impact was what I talked about with the Punk thing. We can talk about Cody leaving. We can talk about FTR coming into the company and not getting the proper love that they deserve and all the fucking politicking that happened there. But the biggest issue was the Punk situation, how it was handled. And there was so much online fighting that I think people just gave up. I think there was a large contingent of people that didn't care who was right or who was wrong. Just fucking we were all over it. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, the brawlout was clearly the biggest defining moment, whether it be like some people have said, oh, it's when Tony bought Ring of Honor, or when you had MJF go under and get turned on by Adam Cole and everything. The brawlout was the biggest miscue and will go down as the biggest miscue in AW history. Whether you want to view it of, oh my God, I can't believe they never did business off of that. Whether it established that Tony's not the boss that he pretends to be. Point blank, period. Multiple layers, multiple different avenues. And like you said, and I hadn't even really thought about that, it might have just turned a lot of people off.
Yeah.
I don't want drama with my wrestling. I go to watch wrestling to not deal with drama. So why the fuck would I want to watch wrestling that's nothing but drama?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the constant Meltzer reports, the constant infighting, the constant fucking crying. I said it at the time, they really split the fan base because there was a big chunk of AEW fans that loved Punk. Whether they, and I know some out there are like, oh, fuck them. But there was a large contingent that did not feel that way.
That to me is the biggest moment, the line of demarcation to where they switched from getting casual fans to hardcore pro wrestling message board fans.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The best pro wrestlers turn up their personalities to 11 and channel what makes them unique. Mercedes has a resting bitch face. Use that. She comes off like a
see you next Tuesday.
Listen, despite some of the overtures there, you're not wrong, C Money, and that's it. She's naturally a heel. Even I said it. If she had come out to the ring last week and Tony Schiavone, before she came out, threw to a package of Mercedes, it's a babyface package. But if you come out and throw to your own package about how great you are, it's a heel package. And people argued with me about it, but that's a heel move. Let me show you how perfect I am, right? Like, let me show
but she's
you.
kind of been cutting babyface promos. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw somebody that sat there and did the side by side of, like, Becky just came out with her book and she's out there willing to sign it with everybody and everybody. Yeah. And then you've got, Sasha out there dressed like fucking Woody from Toy Story. Oh, why would I tell you why I laughed? Yeah. Just, she has a history
of being
of in-ring, out of the ring, just being known as a see you next Tuesday. So why not let her act like it?
By the way, the main event
is she can't act.
Right. By the way, the main event is on as it's kind of a cool moment as Mac Daddy comes out in a Quebec style.
Poppy Magic. I almost, just for the sake of Canadian prideship, even though I know it's different province, but yeah. Just need a Poppy Magic shirt there and the Quebec flag.
Heels are heroes because they couldn't get ahead. Pause. No, I agree with you. I think I like the t-shirt. I do. But this should be a decent match. We'll see. He's wrestling in jeans. That's an interesting choice.
Well, I mean,
Parker Riot. That's adorable.
Yeah.
If I was Tony Khan, I go back and watch the first year of AEW Dynamite and what made it great. And I just think so much in the first couple years, like there were a lot of times where they were using the surprise pop and the new signees. And when you were signing big names, when you're bringing in Moxley, when you're bringing in Danielson, when you're bringing Adam Cole in, people were losing their mind. But now you've kind of emptied that barrel and you're bringing in maybe not names at that level and not finding a great way to utilize them.
Right. Well, just real quick. So I'm saying, Daddy Magic got them old school vibes. I love it. Like he's out there like the British Bulldog out there with the jeans and everything.
Why are him and Angelo not a pushed, utilized tag team? Like if they were in this tag team tournament, they cut good promos, they got good personalities, and they can wrestle. And this is coming from a guy who hated them in NXT and hated when they first got to the AEW.
And hates them just instinctually because they're French Canadian. But no, I feel like you could send a list right now of 1,001 complaints. Like complaint number 1, arm bar, chop spot. Complaint number 2. Like that's the thing is, it's so funny because I've seen this circulating so much now of the interview moment to where Tony's talking about WCW and how AEW is not going to do that and how bad that they've up. And maybe that's why he's still got a beef with Eric Bischoff because boy, howdy, did you fall into all of them same pitfalls. Like, I want AEW to succeed because if AEW doesn't succeed, no one ever with this amount of money will ever take that gamble again. It has to succeed. It has to be good. I need you to be good, Tony, because you set the precedent for those beyond you. But boy, fucking hard. Boy, howdy, are you making it hard.
Right. No, and I mean, nobody wants going back to that wrestling monopoly. It was fucking atrocious.
Right.
And no matter how much people say, like, and we saw the WWE at the time, we're going to listen to the fans. We're going to do better. But they didn't have to. They didn't give a fuck. We were your choice. And I don't want that. I really don't. And if you wind up with a toxic locker room full of cliques pretending everything's great and great, just like WCW had before it went under, I feel like if Eric Bischoff had like a checklist of shit I did wrong that you should not do, Tony is checking as many boxes again. Like, become friends with the wrestlers, check. Fucking overspend on talent, check. Fuck up production, check. Like, he just,
anyone who has editing skills right now, timestamp this as we are 3:18, almost 19 into the video and everything like that. Clip this right now, send this to Eric Bischoff, because that's what we need, is anything that he feels that he fucked up, because there's plenty of people that feel him, Vince Russo, etc. are to blame for the failures of WWE or WCW. If he sat there and ran through a checklist of everything that Tony is doing that was a failure in AEW, I mean, how do you argue that at this point? That's literally the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of wrestling past, telling you how I fucked up, and you're following my pathway, Ichabod.
And when you see this battle between TK and Eric, it kills me, because like that's TK's thing, and like a lot of the AEW fans that will come to TK's aid of like, well, you fucked up a company. He's like, motherfucker, I know. I'm trying to help you.
Help me to help you. Help me to help you.
I know what I did. What are you doing?
Right. Listen here, Ebenezer. Let me help you fucking not fuck up your shit. He is the ghost of wrestling past.
If you know that I know that you know that I know that I didn't
right.
I like this by Robert. AEW did not start with big names, only a few. You had Jericho, Moxley early on, but Pac maybe. They had new and upcoming stars, to that made it great. Being a legitimate alternative to the WWE with names that we weren't familiar with, or names that were not going to get an opportunity on WWE programming, made it special. And it slowly evolved into Vince McMahon's indie promotion.
Yeah, it was great. Like everything you say there was great for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Everything since then it's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
It's literally just, how can we do everything wrong and do it at a faster pace?
Well, to an extent, yeah, for sure. And I mean, going back to the question before of like, what was the big thing? I truly think one of the biggest catalysts for what has gone wrong lately for AEW is when Vince did get pushed out, and you brought it. Like, it was easy to fight Vince because Vince was like a fucking a weeble wobbles. Like you like Tony could just jab away. There's this motherfucker.
Thick.
Yeah, right. Vince was just the Bob. Like Vince didn't even know he was in a fight. He was just doing whatever.
Right.
And then you brought in Triple H, and that changed so much. But I feel like when Triple H came in and the creative started changing in WWE, Tony cowered. Like Tony, it really exposed Tony, and Tony wasn't able to answer back. Right? He was happy being Robin Hood, Robin from fucking, rich. Well, it's ironic, but robbing from the big rich company and giving to the poor. Great. You're signing all these wrestlers that don't have jobs. We're happy to see them. And then it just like, oh shit, now I'm 2-3 years in. I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, holy fuck, I'm doing this.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't expect to get this far. But yeah, well, I mean, if you're talking to Meltzer, he's stealing from the rich and giving to the rich. But yeah, does Tony wake up in a cold sweat hearing it's all about the game and how you play?
John Moxley versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Be interesting. I don't think we'll ever see that.
Could you imagine WrestleMania 41 in Vegas and just Tony, you can take your double or nothing and shove it right up your candy?
Yeah, but I really think it'd be a cold day in hell before Moxley gives up like this fucking wild thing that he's doing to go back to the dub.
Yeah, well, it'd be one of those of like, who would be the one to break first? Would it be WWE? That's like, that's what we need is John Moxley, or would it be John Moxley of like, yeah, I need to leave AEW and go to WWE? Like he's more likely to go to GCW than he is to WWE.
Yeah, I agree. As Mac Daddy hulks up, by the way. It's not a coincidence. Cody Punk,
Coca-Mania running wild.
I want to call him Coke and Diet Coke. It's so hard. They're never together, and I don't get it. You need a tag team division, and they're good. They cut good promos. They can talk.
Well, no, one cuts good promos. The other just stands there and looks like, do diddy diddy dum diddy do.
He just has to add a punchline. He's good to go.
Well, he needed to add a punch to Ruby right there.
Right. The purpose of heels is to put over the faces to the fans. That's why they do. How can heels put the faces over if you have no legit faces to put over? I mean, again, that goes down to, we've talked about this a lot, and we even look with what we're doing. We're building up to WrestleMania, and there's a definitive role to everybody playing this, and that's what allows your crowds to really get behind it. That's what forces. I mean, again, I hate to do this, but you go watch the AEW Rival series, and you realize, I mean, like, rivalries that were multiple years in the making that really made you, like, you picked a team, like you were on one side or the other. You wanted one person to win or another, and without that divide, without that storytelling, it's just a hodgepodge mess of matches.
Shit, Austin and Rock spanned decades, and we all forget about that. Like, that's just the easiest example. You could go through a litany of everybody. Christ, Taker, Mick Foley, Triple H and Shawn. They were best of friends to the bitterest of enemies and everything like that. And those stories took years to unfold.
Yeah. No, it's true. And then that's it. I mean, I think what frustrates, and I know this has kind of been a bit of a jam session, but what frustrates me is there's so much talent. Like, even right now, this is a pretty good match. I'm just not interested as much as I might.
So this brings up the question, I've seen this thrown out online, of AEW's champions are all respectfully old. Roddy is arguably one of your, actually, Okada is currently your youngest champion at 36 years old. Everybody else is 40s to 45 to 50s plus. Christ, Copeland's what, 55? So
50 plus.
it's one of those, again, much the comparable to WCW, but it is an issue of that all of your quote unquote established champions or established talent are champions right now, and they're all of a certain vintage. Like, you had 55 plus, what are you close to it? Adam Copeland beat 50-year-old Christian Cage for the TNT title, and yet no one in the 30 and under brackets even sniffing that division.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's when AEW first started. It was the young, hip, exciting, edgy alternative to WWE, and then it slowly evolved as Roddy picks up the W here, thanks to help from the Kingdom. But it slowly evolved into, a lot of older talent, a lot of older guys. Even the Young Bucks aren't young anymore. But as far as Damien's comment goes here, by all means, clip this out, Damien, and send it to him. We have challenged this man because I am a fan of his product. I'm a very big fan. I know, Nick, we give him credit for what he has meant to wrestling in 2024. Wrestling might not be booming the way it is right now in 2024 if Tony Khan did not come along with his money, but I would love to have a candid conversation with him. We've reached out to him. We've tagged him in shit. We would love to talk to this guy as a fan. He says that, a lot of people out there are just haters. We're a fan. We want to talk to you. We want to pick your brain, but we want you to answer honestly. What we see as fans, when we're dissatisfied, what is your true answer to, well, it's great. If you don't like it, it's not my fault. I want to know. We want to know.
Right. We're not anybody out there that's trying to get clout to sit there and try and get, to, a media scrum or anything like that. We've sat there and reached out multiple times as much as we could literally think to as a channel. To sit there and say, okay, so you want to actually talk to fans and everything. Well, literally, this is the platform to do that. And want to just have that open discussion, because you've seen it even with all of us and everything of we'd rather have the discussion than be close-minded on shit. So if there's something we're missing, Tony, that's outside of just it's great, then let us know.
Mm-hmm. So the best friends come out and take care of the kingdom, and then the Bucks come out, low blow, and setting up a double V trigger or BTE trigger. I hate it as a finisher. It looks like shit. But yeah, there you go. Your future.
Why does Nicholas Jackson always look like he's an extra in like a Dick Tracy movie or something like it? This literally looks like I'm just the fucking suit coat, the whole suit outfit, no shirt underneath. I mean, on one hand, I know they're supposed to be D bags, and that's probably literally what they are.
Right.
Like we've talked about of wrestling personalities works best when it's just you turned up to 11. Well, this is them turned up to 12. And I'm out here I don't want to listen anymore.
Yeah. He won't do it. Most of his are we even see some of the issues. But I mean, again, this guy says he's for the fans. He's all about his fans and stuff. I would love for him to be bold and brave and get a pair of marbles.
You have no marbles, Tony Khan. You have no huevos.
It's even we even challenged Ryback, and for all his big man
talk. There's been so many people. Ryback, Russo, and it seems like anyone with like an R in their name or anything like that, or anybody that wants to talk this big fucking game and said, "Oh, I'll talk to the fans. I'll talk to anybody about it." All right, so come talk to us. Nah, you can have that. That ain't what I'm at. It's like, nah, my guy.
Yeah. Absolutely. TK
should have no marbles.
No marbles. All right. So we will take a rating out of 10 on Rampage. That has come to an end. You know what? It wasn't terrible. I mean, it is what it is. A handful of matches that nobody's really overly interested in. But they kind of did the tag team thing. I'll give it a 6. I'm feeling
generous as shit.
Right, could have been a 5. I'll give it a 6.
5 all day. If I could give it a not point rating, I'd give it an indifferent out of 10.
Indifferent's a good way to put it.
That's the thing. Is it was the most skippable, unwatchable, missable Rampage that I've seen in quite a while. Of nothing seemed of relevancy.
I mean, outside of the
SmackDown has the island of relevancy. Rampage has the island of irrelevancy.
There you go. I mean, the Dustin match was all right, pretty solid. The tag match was decent. The Roddy match was decent. They're trying to build up the angle for the tag team tournament. Yeah, I mean,
1, 2,
Ryan May got a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll give him 2 points for everything I like. I like 3 things.
so you gave it a 3? Did you go? Did you have your results? You went from a 6 to a 3.
2 times 3.
I can't math. American education system.
2 times 3, which is 4.
Grades slow down? No, I can't maths.
5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Rampage is 5.
If
Rampage was on 3 out of 10. There you go. I give it a 5.
Did I hear a 9er? Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Make sure explosives are strapped on Darby and book it. Let's go. The Darby situation's so fun. Like,
did you see the Tony Hawk? Base. Can you go to where they're doing the fucking? I wanted to play the Tony Hawk game so much after that. But can I do a plant drop on Darby's broken foot now?
Right. Tony Storm looks like she Dutch ovens herself.
Bro, again, keep your kinks to yourself, my guy. What the fuck?
She looks wonderful. What match are you looking forward to tomorrow night on Collision? The Edge Open Challenge. I'm curious to see what
That's what I meant to say.
Not the end, the Edge. I don't know. The 6-man tag should be interesting, but we'll see. Hopefully it's a good show. We will be back tomorrow night for Collision. We're back on Sunday for our preview show for WrestleMania. We're back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're here all week long. We are going 9 solid days, if not more. All your wrestling needs, all your wrestling coverage. Make sure you click that little bell. Check out our page. There's a bunch of extra shows showing up. Like Thursday, we will be live in the afternoon. We might be live during the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You never know. So make sure you check it out all. Check out all of our stuff. Follow us on social as well. That'll help you keep up to date on everything that's in the channel. Happy Good Friday, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a good Friday to an extent. It's been the best of times and the worst of times. But yeah, 100%. There is nobody out there doing it like we do. And we're 100% adding more and more. Trust me, this WrestleMania week, we got you covered with anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling, all the way from GCW, Bloodsport with Josh Barnett, to Impact the same night, to House of Glory versus Wrestling Revolver, followed by Supercard of Honor and Friday Night SmackDown, plus the Hall of Fame ceremony. Saturday, Stand and Deliver, all the way through WrestleMania. Make sure you join us. That's the way you can maybe win a t-shirt or anything like that. We got prizes galore. And then Sunday we've got WrestleMania night 2. What? No, I don't know. You chuckled right as something there, so I said, "What?"
Just chuckling.
Yeah. No, that's it. You can have that.
We're waiting.
We're waiting for what?
Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic.
Oh, and I didn't know we were there.
Yeah,
I thought you had other things to say. But folks, then yes, and apparently I'm getting, jabbed and poked. So our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. You can have that. Then what I'm mad at. When it comes to wrestling, when you're talking about wrestling, you're gonna put that for life with it.
Have a good night, folks. Thank you for being here on Friday. Come back tomorrow. See you on the flip side.